Be one of our best episodes ever.
Yeah.
We are going to have so much enthusiasm and
I'll be back
pizzazz
momentarily.
And we're not going to get up and leave in the middle of the show.
We might be going there.
Are we live?
Are we on the internet?
Are we live?
Don't go there.
I'm installing updates.
There it is.
Are we live?
It's lived.
Oh. Hello, everybody.
They live.
Welcome.
By they, I mean
welcome
us.
to our...
Just a time for Arlo to get up and leave.
For all one of you who ever heard of Dragonfight and searched for it on the internet, on YouTube, and said, man, Dragonfight.
Yeah.
I want to watch that.
Yeah.
Nope.
You're going to have to keep searching, my friend.
My friend.
My friend. I like to... Just by us watching it,
Yeah.
we have increased it threefold the number of Letterboxd users that have seen the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It could jump to 6
Good.
from 2. Do you have a Letterboxd account, BJ?
I used to,
Yeah.
but
Did you delete it?
No, I didn't delete it. It deleted itself due to inactivity.
Oh my goodness! I didn't realize they did that.
Tragic.
Why would they do that sort of thing?
Yeah, we're on.
Well, I think it was when it was still like in
retweeted it. Never
super beta.
In beta,
I missed all that.
And beaters.
I am dropping myself down to 144p cell phone resolution.
Yeah.
Not even smartphone resolution.
No.
Cell phone resolution.
Motorola Razr.
Yeah.
Feature phone resolution.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Nokia
I forgot
resolution.
that was a thing.
Yep.
We say that now.
We do.
Well, some
It's not a
people do.
bug. It's a feature. All right. I'm going to post this on the Book of Faces.
Yeah. That's where people like to
Yeah. Yeah.
hear about us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
We have fun here.
That's actually the only lyric of that song I know.
What about whoa?
Yeah. Whoa.
I don't
Heaven
know.
let your light
What song
shine
is that?
down.
What song are you doing?
It's that Collective Soul Asylum song.
Oh, the
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that Collection Asylum song.
Hoobastank.
Incubus.
Do I?
It was Incubus.
How do you know my Hooba stank?
Well.
Ugly Kid Joe.
There you go. Dinosaur Jr.
See, I never could tell the difference between Candlebox and Collective Soul. To
Okay.
me, they were always like the exact same thing.
I would not be able to tell you which song is a Candlebox song and which song is a Collective Soul Asylum song.
No. Then there was Matchbox 20.
Yep.
Remember them?
Doot 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 doot.
What are you, TMZ?
That was actually
Yeah, that was
it
not
was
bad.
actually Three Eyes Blinded.
Right. Three eyes unsightly.
Yes. Three eyes that cannot see.
Three blind guys.
Has someone posted this to Twitter or anything?
Yeah. Totally did.
Oh, did
Cool.
you? Did you?
I'll RT that.
Did you tweet it?
RT fave star it?
Yeah, you should fave star.
Man, we should check our fave star account.
I bet
See
it's
what-
pretty high.
Man.
So is it really like favorites on Twitter or controlled through a third party thing?
Yeah.
That's they added that star and that only goes to some other thing.
Yep.
Wait, what?
That's why there was a weird hiccup a few days ago.
Wait,
Where
wait.
favorites got queued because Twitter and Favestar were not talking to one another.
Oh.
Wait, so
Favorites are a
they're a third party thing completely?
Pretty much, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All I know is favestar is like an easy way to see who not to follow.
Oh,
Because
if
if
I
the-
see a
if the
Favestar
link in
link
their
in-
account-
fuck that guy or
Their-
lady.
Their last 3 tweets better be damn funny.
They're usually not.
And no, they never are.
No.
It's always ats at some random friend. It's like, that's not funny.
I'm not favoriting that.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Huh. What are we doing? Are we making a podcast?
Yeah, we
Nope.
we totally make a podcast now.
Oh.
We talk and talk some more.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm just going to steal what you wrote and put it on Facebook.
Okay.
Thief.
Doot 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 doot.
Yeah.
Doot doot.
Is that how it goes?
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Oh, it's that closing time song.
Right. By Vertical Horizon.
Ah, I remember them.
Wait, what?
Their name was Clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did that Chasing Blue Cars
No, that was
song.
Chumbawamba.
Chumbawamba did that
Yeah.
song.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 I remember.
I mean, I say, what about Breakfast at Tiffany's?
She said,
Yeah.
well,
I
I
think
I
I recall
remember
that. Yeah.
Ah, yes, I
Yes,
recall.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, that
We both kind of like
Yeah.
it.
one thing we got.
Then Rockabye.
Man,
Rockabye.
the late 90s sucked, didn't they?
No way.
No, they were fucking terrible. I'm sorry.
Some of those,
all right.
some of those songs I like. Like I kind of like Breakfast at Tiffany's as a
Yeah.
song.
Got some Harvey Danger.
Yeah, Flagpole Sitter.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's anytime that comes on the radio, I'm fucking jamming out.
The thing is,
I'm an amputee,
thing
damn you.
The thing is with them, they actually turned out they are a really good band. Like they continue to put out good songs.
Yeah.
Unlike
They
I've
just
some of the
never
others.
heard another one other than Flagpole Sitter.
Well, sure.
Recommend me a Harvey Danger song to.
They did a great cover of "Save It for Later."
There you go.
It was-
You said they're a great band, and I'm expecting you to come at me with like a Harvey Danger original.
They
Oh.
did that. It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
oh, right.
Yeah, they were good.
Cocked
Yeah.
your head to the side and Chinese chicken.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
all
that
about
was
if they
that.
had $1 million and
Yep.
stuff. Yeah.
That's that
Broke into
TMBG
the old
ripoff
apartment.
Oh. Oh, Canadian, they might be giants.
band. Canade might be giants.
They might be giants. Yes.
What are we doing?
I don't know. We're bullshitting until people arrive. That's
I'm
all
talking
your
we're
only
doing.
trash.
podcast. I'm not your only podcast, but I'm your little glowing podcast. But really, I'm not actually a podcast, but
But I am.
New part. Chuck Reporters.
Yeah. Chuck's a podcast.
Check No Quarters is a podcast.
That's right.
Yeah.
On the internet.
You can listen to that. Should you dare. Anyway, let's make an actual podcast.
Okay.
Yeah?
BMFcast on YouTube on a Wednesday.
Should we?
Should we dial a
We're
podcast?
talking movies.
Yes.
Make a little podcast. in
Dial
my
976
soul.
BAMFcast and listen to a snippet of our show
Call now.
for only 95 cents
Podcasters
a
are
minute.
standing by,
Yes.
waiting to talk to
Just
you.
rooms full of podcasters just waiting for the phone to ring. And just,
We'll take you, and you,
So
and
many-
you. The rest of you, better luck tomorrow.
So many comedians between projects and improv people.
yeah.
Just,
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
so
please.
many improv people.
I've been waiting for that call.
God. Just,
Yes, and
Please just throw.
A gay Nazi.
pickles.
All just throwing pieces of paper on the floor with words on them.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens.
Alligators. Go.
Freeze.
Yeah.
Stage freeze. No, you don't say stage freeze. You're out.
People that listen to us that actually do improv are like, you fucking,
Oh, well.
You son of a
fucking,
bitch.
it's so hard to do. You don't fucking get it, do you?
Okay. Yes, it's not easy to be good at it.
But it's easy to be bad at
It's
it.
easy to do it. Awful easy to do it.
Yeah.
A lot of you prove it's real easy to suck at improv.
There is a local improv troupe that does two nights.
Just the fact that they call themselves a troop. That's
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Fuck
Of
you.
course.
Roupe.
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
that's like Bloodborne-y.
Yeah.
Bloodborne.
It's like ye old shop-y. There's
They
there's
are-
an E at the end of old, too, by the
Right.
Are they pretty bad?
They are so audacious.
How audacious are they?
They do two nights.
Uh-huh.
What?
Friday and Saturday nights
Wow.
at the same place.
Wow.
Oh, man, that borders on ostentatious.
Like that's some cojones.
What?
Man,
what?
that
what,
is like-
riddle me this: how sucky of a place is it that they give up Friday and Saturday night for an improv group?
Are
will
they trying to
take-
keep the crowd small?
They're like,
will
we
take-
don't like
We don't have a
making
lot of
money.
overhead.
They will take whatever business they
Okay.
can get.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like the two, like, all right, it's like this place I went to that had karaoke night on a Saturday night. I'm like, who the fuck has karaoke night on
Yeah.
Saturday?
It's the
Trade
worst.
Winds.
Oh, man, there are plenty of places.
Trade
yeah.
Winds has some glorious
But that's,
karaoke.
I'm
on a
just saying,
Saturday
that's
night.
the night people are going to go to a place anyway.
Dude,
Right.
Fridays. There's that place
well, Trade
in St.
Winds-
Nicholas.
Trade Winds has it on
it's the
Saturday
worst.
nights because that's what the patrons want.
Okay. But all right, to be fair,
Ric Flair, the 70-year-old
this
small
was not
Asian
just
man.
a bar. This was a restaurant too. Like this
Oh,
is
no.
yeah, this is like the
Oh.
I went to the
that's
restaurant and it was
having-
like, well, suddenly I don't want your food. Goodbye.
Yeah. See, and
I am.
And that's been
Is-
local nightclub talk.
is Austin Karaoke still around?
Yes.
That's like a real karaoke place where you get your
Yeah,
room
that
and
place is
everything.
badass.
That place is the best.
All right.
Bring your own beer.
God, and the videos that they show
Oh, they're
on the
great.
screen, it's just like nature.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
And
Or
you'll be
sometimes it's a
singing-
couple
and you'll
Asian
be
folks
singing-
bicycling.
Yeah, and you'll be singing The Cure, and they're just like, wait, I don't understand. What's happening in here?
Penguins walking across the
Yep.
screen for no reason.
Slide.
Anyway.
Could do some
Podcast?
improv in there.
Sure.
Oh,
podcast.
yeah. Oh, they're called... No, I'm not even going to... I'm not even going to give them...
almost
No,
I'm
started.
not even going to give them the...
Yeah.
Their name is bad.
Why don't you
sure.
improvise a name for them?
Why don't you improve on their name?
Yeah, improvise name. All right, let's do a podcast.
Yeah, how do you get better at improv?
Practice.
You stop.
Oh, rehearse.
Take away its credit card.
To get to the other side.
Third base!
All the jokes
That's what she said.
inside the comedy mind tonight on the BMFcast. Woo!
Room for improvement. Scott 2's name for them.
Yeah.
Very nice. Oh, they are so bad. I think... I seriously think we could go in there and do our podcast and it would be a better show.
Well, we're basically improving our way through this.
Yeah.
Wait,
We're just
you don't,
not
you don't
taking
write
audience...
this down ahead of time?
Yeah.
We're not taking audience
Wow.
suggestions. That's the difference.
We do, though. In the second half, people recommend movies, and then
Yeah, but we
never
don't
watch
take
them,
audience. Right.
Direct feedback?
We don't. Right. Yeah. We don't
Okay.
let people like just shout ideas for the next words we say.
hey, talk about the desert.
Whoa. How dry is it?
I'm in a desert. It's so hot.
Oh, I want to perspire, but it's a dry heat.
Yeah.
Robert Zadar's wedding.
Oh, dude.
Wow, she really took one on the chin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway, podcast. Actual podcast.
Yeah,
okay, sure.
I think we need to do that.
Yeah. Now that we've gotten all the jokes out of the way.
Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway?
All right, welcome to the BMFcast.
Hey, BMFcast.
BMFcast.
Episode 266.
It's a number.
All of the numbers.
It's a
Well,
good
no,
number.
it's two.
Well,
It's two numbers.
It's a swarthy.
Three of them,
number.
two of them repeated.
One repeated, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
I'm Chuck.
And what we do each and every episode of the BMFcast is we watch ourselves a quote-unquote bad movie.
Quote
Bad
unquote.
movie. Doesn't have to be bad. Because good bad movies, enjoyable bad movies, they get 1 to 5 jocks. This is Robot Jocks.
Hooray,
Yeah.
Robot Jocks.
Yeah. That's after we watch them and rate them and talk about them. Whatever the fuck we do. I don't know.
Oh,
I skipped all that. Whatever.
okay.
But there are bad movies.
Yep.
Stay away. They get a negative sliding scale, 1 to 5 bags and douchebags after Twilight.
Ooh.
Yeah, those
They
are
do.
bad.
Don't
Yeah.
like it.
Piece of junk.
Don't like it at all.
So, movie.
Yeah.
Quite random movie, actually. I have no setup for this except for holy shit, BMFcast alums.
yes, aplenty.
Yes.
And directed by a stuntman,
Uh-huh.
written by a stuntman,
Yeah.
starring some stuntmen.
Uh-huh.
This is Dragonfight, 1990.
Dragonfight.
Starring.
Dragons and fighting.
No.
Oh,
No.
Robert
Starring none of that.
Zadaring.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Starring the
Robert.
BMFcast
Zadar.
Robert Assface Zadar.
Yes.
Plenty of movies.
Yeah.
He's given top billing, by the way.
Yes,
Yes.
he is the lead.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Big star.
Yeah, sure.
He's in it the most.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Plot summary? That's what
Well,
we usually do this
Yeah,
here.
why don't we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the future, large corporations earn millions of dollars by staging gladiatorial fights to the death that are shown on worldwide television. There's more, but I'm not going to read it.
I like this movie much better when it was countries,
Uh-huh.
Yep.
robots, territory disputes.
Sure.
Another 1990 movie.
Yeah. Robot Jocks.
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the name of that movie.
We should probably develop like a rating scale based off that movie.
Good
Okay.
idea.
Let's workshop
Yeah.
that.
So
I'll figure it out.
Okay.
that plot synopsis, yes, technically yes, because that's kind of what they say in the movie. But the way the movie shows it is not what they're saying
No.
at all.
No.
No.
Nope.
Yeah. It's gonna.
Yes?
It's very much
No.
No.
like. Not to jump too far ahead, but to me, this is like one of those quintessential like video store movies.
Sure.
Like my friend's dad, my best friend's dad in high school, like he would go every Friday night to 16,000 Movies was the place we had, and he would get like 8 movies that were just like this one.
Oh, yeah.
Where it was like, all right, we got like 2 rooms to film in, and we got a desert to run around in, and
Yep.
rocks. So let's do this. Let's make a fucking movie.
And they did.
But it was like you'd have real people that were like, oh yeah, that guy was in this thing. Not like, hey, Chuck and my friends are all going to go make a movie now.
Right.
You know, I mean, like,
Yeah. Well, there's some real people in this.
yeah, but that's what I mean is it's like, you know, you got Zadar, obviously, who's the hallmark of any good
Movie.
rental movie. Video rental movie.
Yeah.
Paul Kophos, who's
Sure.
Falchion, our hero, I guess.
He's
supposed to be.
He's the lead.
Yeah. And he's a BMFcast alum, if only for being the guy who introduces the robots in Chopping Mall.
Yes.
Wow. That's an illustrious credit right there.
Pretty good.
Because we're like, that guy was in Chopping Mall? Who was
Yeah.
he? And then, yeah.
We had to go back and research.
Yeah. Michael Paré, who, I don't know how I've only seen him in Far Cry, another BMFcast movie, but that guy is, like,
Well-
I think you said it, Chuck. He's the new Eric Roberts.
Yeah, he's
works. Been in like 300,000 movies.
Yeah.
And yet, as I was pointing out, I've never seen Streets of Fire, the thing he's probably most well known
Yeah.
for.
Eddie and the Cruisers is probably
Oh, okay.
what he's super famous for.
And I was wrong. The writer is not a stuntman. He's like a storyboard and illustrator and things like that guy. Yeah.
Things like that guy.
Really, he was a story director for Laser Tag Academy
Yeah.
TV series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I suddenly want to watch Laser Tag.
He also was the
Academy
art
right
illustrator.
now.
He is a BMFcast alum because he was art illustrator on I Come in Peace and
Oh.
storyboard artist for Class of 1999.
Yep.
There you go.
So-
All right, I'll
Do
take it.
Yep.
James
So-
Hong.
James Hong.
Who is contractually obligated to smoke in every movie he's in.
Probably. He's just like, I'm not comfortable unless I'm smoking. Please light me up.
And then
a cigarette all the time.
the only real female character, well, there are 2 female characters in the movie. One who barely speaks, and the other one who was in Despa, I believe.
Yes, that's correct. That's
Yeah.
Spa.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got plenty of BMFcasters in this movie already.
And the director, a stuntman, did stunts for like 3 Bamfcast movies. He's like Super Mario Brothers and
Oh.
Final Voyage.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. That PG-13
We're
masterpiece.
just hitting all, we're hitting all the high points.
all the big hits.
The Final Voyage. Oh, I had
Yeah.
not thought about Final Voyage until now.
Well, I'm glad
Until
I
you
could
said that.
I'm glad I could bring it back for you.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
And that's pretty bad for a movie with IFT.
IFT.
Well, that was that one that felt like it was rated R, and they weirdly edited it to get it to be like a TV
yeah.
movie.
Oh, and Scorcher.
Oh, Squatcha. Did we watch Squatcha?
Yeah, that's the Mark Dacascos movie
Oh, yeah, that was
another
Squatcha.
terrible one.
where like the sun was colliding with the earth or
Yeah,
something.
I saw somebody else
But who
was in
cares
that or
about
had
that?
something to do with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone involved in this has worked in everything else we've seen.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
gonna be good.
So yeah, so you've got
Yeah.
you've got I still don't quite understand the rules of this whole thing because there's these 2 corporations and James Hong, you know, it kind of starts out and and there's a voiceover that starts out which is
Yeah.
one of the characters we'll meet later.
Yes. George Buckflower, another Bamfcast alum.
What was he in?
He's in a million things, but talk him up a little bit and I'll tell you
but
what,
I mean,
what
it,
movie
it just
of
starts
ours he
out
was
with
in.
shots of the desert, and he's like, "Well, you know, used to have back in the Yakuza days, they had old ninja fighting dragon fighters, and they would fight like dragons. So they called them dragon fighters.
we had crawdads.
Mhm.
When there was no crawdads, we ate sand.
It's like
Yeah,
it's just the weirdest thing because
Yeah,
like they
it's sad.
established like the music is like that, you know, that late 80s early 90s synthy sci-fi, like
Oh, this music is amazing.
it's this
Yeah, it's
soundtrack
really
is
good.
Starts off sounding like Blood Dragon.
yeah,
like,
it's fucking awesome.
it pretty much never stops doing
He was
that.
in Tammy and the
yeah,
T-Rex.
but it's only it's
Well, okay, it's not
So
the same
Buckflower
song.
was
It's
in
not
Tammy
quite
and
so
the T-Rex.
cybery as Blood Dragon.
no, but it's
yeah.
it's got all that.
There's a lot of that, like Terminator influenced, all that stuff. I mean, it's great.
Yep.
And like the title card comes up and it's like Dragonfight, and the D is all these swords crossed against
Yeah.
each other. It's
Oh, he's in One Man Force also.
well, Buck Flower getting around. But yeah, so they give you that, you know, they got the dun, 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 and then the narrator comes on and he's just like, yeah, back in the days they did this stuff and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And it's like the weirdest juxtaposition because you're like, wait, what? Like you're expecting some dude to be like, In the year 1990,
Yeah.
corporations were outlawed from doing anything but dragon fighting.
I would watch that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But instead, the guy's like, back in 1990.
Back in 1999,
But tell you what, that dang old Dragonfight, man, you go over there and take
Yep.
them sword and do.
Yeah.
Good.
So he tells us that, yes, corporations...
Corporations.
That's how they make their money or whatever. It's
basically corporations have gotten so big and so bored, they're just like, let's just have dudes fight each other and bet all of our assets on them. That sounds like a good idea.
pretty much. And so you've got Michael Paré is the one who's kind of trying to recruit a fighter for his side, who is James Hong's company.
Yeah. It seems like when this movie starts that there has been no dragon fighting. It seems like they're trying to start dragon fighting.
Well, because there's a contract all in Japanese that the only word you can read is dragon.
Right. There is no Japanese word for dragon
And
fight.
the white guy's like, "Hey, we
There
should
are
do
no.
some."
There, wait. Two very prominent words
Not-
in Japanese culture.
Not pushed
Dragon
together.
fight. Oh,
that's
no,
why
no.
that's
so
why
they don't.
it's in
They
English.
don't. I thought they were friends with the Germans. They could crunch
Nope.
some words together like the Germans do.
Yeah, they didn't share technology.
Oh,
Yeah, that's- yeah.
okay.
It was a marriage of convenience.
Oh, okay.
But it just seems like
I do like
the
it
company-
was important because it was bolded and italicized.
Yes.
And then the camera goes back to it like twice.
I want to point out that the company, James Hong's company, is the Gaijin Corporation. Mm-hmm. So, an outsider to Japan corporation.
Yes.
Run by Japanese guys.
Right. Yeah. And they're just basically like, hey, why don't we just start dragon fighting? Let's do that.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it's the ancient thing of honor and fighting. And okay, let's,
He's like,
I'm in.
do you have a champion? He's like, well, I can call somebody, but I already have someone in mind. Which
Yeah.
is just, I don't know, badass 80s movie jargon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, then it's like, he goes to investigate in a bar.
Right.
And I don't even know what this setup is. This setup's
It's
weird.
really dumb because he just tells one guy to go mess with him.
Yeah, well, first he's like, he gets a lady involved, and
Yeah,
she goes
yeah.
over and is like, go and make, tell him this guy over at the bar said something about him or something like that, and then she spikes his drink. That never even really comes up, but she dropped some
Yeah.
powder in his drink,
She ground up some powder,
and I don't
This
think
was
he even,
all to ensure that our dude won
And I don't-
for some reason.
I
but-
don't think the guy ever even drank it. He
No.
just got up and went and picked a fight with Kufos, whatever his name is.
Falchion.
Yeah,
Falchion,
Falchion.
yeah.
And was like, we're going to take
That's
this
his fighting
outside.
name was Falchion.
Right.
Okay.
But he was like, we got to take this outside. And he's like, I've had drinks. You've had drinks. We don't need to do this. And then he makes some comment about, well, where's so-and-so? I'm guessing is dead
Yes.
somebody.
His dead somebody. And he's like,
Somebody that it offends him because
Yeah.
he's like, fine, we're taking this outside.
get outside, asshole.
And they have a parking lot fight. It's all right. I mean, there's some punches thrown. Dude flips. Like, he either gets barely tapped or he gets punched in the face and he does a backflip
Yeah.
around it. And then, of course, the bigger of the two dudes is like, I'm going to pull a knife and cheat.
Yes.
And
But
ends up dropping the knife. Some other guy picks it up and ends up stabbing him in the back.
yeah, not really a noble victory for our hero.
No.
But everyone's like, yeah, you won, so I guess you're dragon fighter.
Yeah,
now.
this kind of starts a theme throughout the movie of he doesn't want to fight,
No, he doesn't.
and he'd rather let other people die because he doesn't want to fight.
Yeah.
But before that, it's like, I guess the other side is going to recruit too, because they set up this thing where they accost Robert Zadar, who's coming out of a restaurant or something, place with an awning, nice place, I guess.
yes, nice place.
It had an awning.
An awning.
Can you deny the power of the awning
Nope,
in
I
the
can't.
80s? No, you
No.
cannot.
Did you see how he was dressed,
Yeah,
Chuck?
he had an ill-fitting Don Johnson suit.
Yes,
Yes.
he did. Yes.
Very large, ill-fitting Don
Yes.
Johnson suit.
But he was very happy-go-lucky. He almost seemed like he wasn't going to be the
enjoys
villain.
Fighting.
I know,
Obviously.
but he was. I mean, he seemed good-natured about it. Like, oh, you guys with your trying to kill me, haha.
He
It
was just
wasn't
having
like
fun. He was like, "Fuck yeah, I get to
I
murder
know,
these."
but it
dudes."
was a little strange. He
Okay.
seemed a little too happy.
Well,
to be the villain.
takes out 3 or 4. It's
Yeah.
hard with geography.
He
How many
put
guys?
a guy's head through his own window.
Right.
He sure did. Yes.
And kept dusting himself off before the fight was over, which wasn't amused me. I was like, just
Every time he dusted himself off, another guy would
I
jump
was just
in.
like, just finish the fight, man. Just
Then dust yourself off.
But anyway, he
Take your lady home.
takes this lady home, and then somebody's watching. A different person, I think, is watching him.
Sure.
And they're like, he's our man. He's ruthless.
Well, it's the White
that's
People
right.
Corporation.
Yeah, it's the top guy. I think actually
Yeah.
deemed to come
Yes.
out of his tower and see this, but I don't know. So they've established, okay, these are our two fighters, and the next shot, it's like, desert helicopter flying in. Just like,
Yeah.
bam, you're there.
Get it done.
Yep.
And they land. Falchion jumps out of the helicopter. I guess Robert Zadar was dropped in via a separate helicopter or a separate trip.
He was already there.
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah.
shows
He
up
lives
like
in
on
the
top of a
desert.
mountain.
Well, he gets out of the helicopter, not very gracefully. Like, it's like this overly long shot where he's unbuckling himself. And it's like, this is really not a badass way to exit the helicopter. He
Not
should have
really, no.
He should have jumped like Billy D. Williams.
Like a man.
Well,
Yes.
except landed, like
Right.
not falling on his face. But
Yeah.
Good point.
But yeah, he gets out and he's, I don't know, he's wearing like chaps and some like chainmail glove and
He's got a denim shirt,
denim shirt.
kind of like a leathery vest of
Yeah.
some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got like motorcycle chaps on and stuff. I mean, he's kind of like, I guess I'm ready for fighting. But the second he hits the ground, he kind of looks around. He's like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out," and starts taking everything off.
Yeah.
Well, they wait a couple minutes. I think we get another hero shot of Robert Zadar,
Yeah.
and then they cut back to
Well,
like,
Hold on.
yeah. Let's
Let's
talk about
describe
said
that hero shot.
yeah.
let's talk about Robert
for it.
Zadar. Once they're like, "All right, you're our guy. You're out here."
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
He's in his fucking element
Yeah.
because he has chainmailed up.
Yes. He is
Yep.
full knighted. I mean, he
he's
is
wearing like a giant chainmail coif,
Yeah.
balaclava sort of
Yeah.
gimmick.
He is
Yeah.
he is Sir Face a lot. He is
Yeah,
just
and he's got like armored shin pads
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
knee pads and just
he's ready for fighting.
And his face is just bubbling out of that thing. And I'm sorry, I don't want to make fun of his big ol' ass face,
yes, you do.
That's his money maker.
Yes, you do.
but man,
Yeah, he's Sir Face a lot.
Yeah.
it is not like okay. It's just not flattering that
Well, no, but
oh.
it got him work. It got him a lot of
Well,
work.
no, I'm not talking about his face. Like his
Are you
face.
talking about the chainmail wrapped around it?
Exactly. Yeah, when it's
That makes his chin look even bigger.
Yeah.
yeah, that is not a good look.
It's like he has an inward beard. Like like the beard grew in.
and puffed his face out.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. But yeah, so he is just all chainmailed up and looking maniacal.
They keep doing these things like he'll stand up on a cliff and he's got. I think later they established it's actually just a monocle, like a scope or something.
Yeah, he
but
is.
the first time it looks like he's holding. I think he actually was holding binoculars the first time. But they keep doing these like lens flary things and I don't know, just like
He keeps standing up like in front of the sun. Like it'll
Right.
just be a shot of the sun. He'll just pop up like,
Yep.
aha, I am here with my axe.
with his battle axe.
Yeah.
thing.
And he swings it around every once in a while and just whoosh.
Yeah, and it's one of those axes that's like an old school like halberd type thing. You know, it's two sides on a big long stick, and it's also got a end to poke somebody with.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. It's
So you
it's
can
an axe
stab
on one end, a pointy bit on the other end, and a pointy bit on top. So
Yeah.
and a
pretty much
sword
any-
hidden inside
And
of it.
as
Oh,
we
yeah.
learned, yes, there's a sword hidden in the hilt of
Yeah.
it too. So.
Why not?
Yeah. Well, you got to be prepared if you're going to dragon fight.
Sure.
So
Yeah, but yes, shortly after we see these shots of him, I guess Falchion's unaware of his presence, sort of.
they kind of just bump into each other at some
But
point.
that's what I'm saying. First, he's already like,
Oh, sure.
like 2 minutes after he lands, he's like, I immediately regret this decision. I'm taking off everything and I quit.
Yeah.
And he just grabs his bag of stuff and he's like heading out like I'm done. And then just is like, I'm tired, and lays down on the rock. And that's when Robert Nazar walks up. He's like, hey, sword master, what are you doing? We're going to fight, right? And he's like, nah.
Yeah, and the guys watching, like, they're watching a video feed,
yeah.
which I guess is the thing that's broadcast all over the world.
Right.
Even though
We never see
all
anyone
we ever
watching
see is
Yeah.
either of the two groups watching it on TV.
Right.
And the feed is always cutting out.
Yeah. Well, they're in a fight zone. Mm-hmm. They have some indication that they're inside the fight
Yeah,
zone.
and this also starts the whole sequence of like every time our good guy shows up, they're like, oh well, we're gonna forfeit, and then nobody wins the bets, and everyone loses all their money.
there's no forfeiting
somehow.
in dragon fight.
Yeah, you can't forfeit yet. He won't fight. So
But like
every time they show these guys, they have to talk about it somehow.
yes, talk about dragon fight. But when the two guys first encounter each other, they're just sort of chatting like old friends, just like, so we're gonna dragon fight, huh?
Yeah, he even
that's-
says, like, we used to fight on the same side.
Yeah.
Whatever. battle conflict thing we were in,
Right.
And now we've been forced to Dragonfight, and I'm done.
Really? Forced?
I don't know.
I don't know, but Zadar is not crazy man yet. He's just like, so we're I guess we're gonna do this thing, right?
This follows a scene where James Hong goes on this long soliloquy about how he's their champion has obtained the 5 rings of Bushido.
Oh, sure, yeah.
and he's a master. Like there's
Yes.
so few of them.
Yeah.
And then so when he's chilling on the rock and talking to Robert Zarr is like, so what they promised you? They're going to give me $20 million, and he's like, I'm going to get the 6th ring, and he's just like, okay,
Good luck with that.
fairy tale,
whatever.
Good luck feeding your family with that thing. 6th ring.
So yeah, that's. I don't know. They try to do this whole like Ronin samurai bullshit
But-
thing where I don't know.
He makes
The
it
whole
sound
time-
he makes it sound like the 6th ring would be a pretty cool thing, but he's also like, I quit. I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
I
And
thought
the whole
him
time
not
Zadar
doing it was what would
is-
get him the 6th ring.
I do like this. Czar actually points out. He's
Yeah,
like,
well,
so you
whatever.
want out of the game, but you want the 6th ring. What good is that going to do you? Like,
Yeah.
why do you need to be the best fighter guy if you're not going to fight?
See, okay, then you guys interpreted it a different way. I thought he was not going to fight so that he could get this, like the
6th
purpose
ring
of not
is
fighting was to gain the 6th.
the ring of peace.
Right. Like you become the best at fighting, and then you realize that you don't need to fight anymore, and that is when you gain the 6th ring.
So the final
and-
merit badge is not fighting.
Right, yeah. You get your Eagle Falchion, and
Why didn't you
Okay.
just go see
Ascend to
Michael
heaven.
Jordan?
I don't know.
Yeah.
His
Well,
airness?
either way, that never comes up again.
Nope, absolutely
Ever.
not.
No, because Falchion's just basically, for the rest of the movie, just like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
If you come at me, I'm going to defend myself, but I'm not fighting you.
Yeah. And there's one point he tells her that, does the whole, the game's rigged and the only way to win the game is not to play and
Yeah.
all
okay.
that. And
Thanks. You
none
sell
of it
war
makes,
games. Fantastic.
Yeah. None of it makes any sense throughout.
But yeah, we should
But-
mention the rest of the characters who eventually show up.
Well,
Sure.
this is after he has to fight Zadar.
Sure.
Because Zadar says, they're going to give me $20 million. He's like, well, I'll be the 6th ring of Bushido or
Yep.
whatever, but I don't care anymore. I'm done.
Yeah,
And that's when Zadar's like, well, all right then, I'm going to fucking kill you.
But it's kind of like later, like I will kill you, but not right now.
I don't think they're in the fight zone.
Okay.
All
right.
No, because they're watching him, and I
Okay.
think I don't know.
I thought they got in a fight then.
I don't think they did. I think he was just like, all right, see
I
you
thought they
later.
did,
I'm
like, right
I'm gonna
away.
murder
Yeah,
you.
I think
I'm
Zadar
pretty
was
sure
like, yeah,
Zadar
time
was
for you
like,
to die.
they're going to give me $20 million. If you're not going to fight me, then I'm just going to fucking kill you.
don't think they did, guys. I think his first action was like, I'm going to go find the motorcycle guy, or they caught up. I think he fought him like after, like he let him go get up off the rock, and then like guy was just walking, and dude on the dirt bike just came up, and I think that was their first fight sequence, wasn't it?
I think they were in the
They
middle
were
of
in
the
the middle
fight.
of the fight.
They were in
when
the
the
Yeah,
other
the middle
came
of the
in.
fight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They were in the middle of the fight,
Yes.
and then just guy in the desert on a motorcycle rolls by, and Zadar,
He was sent there, I assume.
No,
No, I think
are
he
you-
was just on vacation because
Yep. Yeah.
because both sides watching the fight zone are like, oh god, he killed that guy.
Yeah, he just he doesn't like axe swing him off the motorcycle,
Yeah.
but he clotheslines him
Clotheslines him off, and then
stabs him with the
Yeah.
axe.
and I just want to say, when they're fighting, this is one of the few times where they actually are fighting with, hey, Falchion's got his cool sword with a sweet looking handle.
Yeah. Yeah, because the rest
And-
of the time
and
he keeps it hidden.
Fighting with the axe, like, this is directed by a stuntman.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good. Like,
Real bad.
none of the fighting is good at all.
Well, a lot of it seems kind of realistic in that it's a lot of rolling around on the ground.
yeah,
There
there is that. A lot of people
there's
get
a lot
knocked
of
off
like
their feet a lot.
one swing, and then our things got tangled up, and we're just going to spin around a little bit, and then your weapon's going to go flying because.
Yeah.
But it's like really slow. It's like bad stage fighting.
Sure, absolutely.
Like it's all really
Yeah.
slow.
And the sound effects guys are not helping by
Telegraphing,
just
yeah.
doing a little.
Clang.
Yeah, it's not even like a dramatic, just bing, or anything like that. It's just tink.
Yeah. But what happens, he clotheslines the guy, murders the guy,
Yes.
and meanwhile,
Innocent motorcycle.
Falchion
man.
is just like, all right, I'm out of here then.
Yeah, I think
And-
he's just
and-
like, "What are you doing?" and then runs off.
Yeah,
If you're
and
gonna
he-
fucking kill guys, I'm out.
And this really starts the whole thing of Zadar can appear anywhere,
Yes.
and nobody seems to know where they're going as far as when they're walking, because people end up walking, going in two opposite directions and then suddenly running into each other later anyway, and it just,
Yeah.
there's no geography in this desert whatsoever.
yeah.
Basically, if you walk off camera, you're going to appear on the other side of the frame at some point.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's probably a very tiny space, and they're just using as much of it as possible.
Right.
But
Whereas Robert Zadar takes the dead motorcycle guy and drags him off, and then goes off frame essentially. And we're like, okay,
and the two corporations are like, "Holy fuck, that guy's dead, and we're responsible."
We're gonna
be accessories to murder, all that.
I do like what the one guy says in the white guy palace, where basically like the guy's like, holy shit. Well, like, one of them's like, holy shit, what are we going to do? And he's just like, we'll deal with it. And the other guy's like, I didn't wake up this morning thinking I was going to be in the gas chamber or something like that.
Yeah. And his boss is just like, deal with it.
And then finally he's like, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah.
Let's go with it. And then, like, okay, so this is where Falchion is introduced to our narrator and also lady. I don't even remember her name. Sandra?
Sure, whatever.
I think Sandra.
But he's almost hit by their truck twice.
Like, okay,
in the middle of the desert.
This is a desert, large. I mean, it's a rocky desert. California style. What the hell happened there? Oh my god, California style. My boss just got tired saying California.
Yeah.
But like, it's pretty open. There are mountainy things around, but he's in a fairly wide area and just kind of doesn't hear the truck coming when there's basically probably no other noise, and then almost gets hit by it as it's coming up on him. Yeah. Like, he kind of turns around like, hey, and they don't see him, and he doesn't really see it and has to dive out of the way.
Yeah. And then they back up.
Well, the old man's like, oh, back on me, what's wrong? This guy you should hit. And she goes, she almost backs over him, and he has to dive out of the way again.
Yep.
And then she
it's
gets
exclusively just for that stupid joke.
Yes,
Right.
basically.
And set up for one more joke a little bit later.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's like, what are you doing out here? She's like, what are you doing out here in the middle of nowhere? He's like, nothing. I'm just trying to go to the beach. And she's like, you mean the lake? And he's like, yeah. He's like, well, it's over this way. You want me to run you over there? And he's like, no, you already tried that.
Yeah.
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 And then he walks off and leaves them. And they go driving around the corner and see the dead guy that was on the biker guy. And he's now splayed up against the rocks, and Zadar has written "fight" in the guy's blood.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Where you tell I gotta go find the Rangers.
Yeah. And then, like, in the meantime, two more dudes who are, like, hunting in the desert for who knows what, like, sit down on a log to, like, rest their weary feet. And then it's like, I gotta go take a piss. And he goes, and then it's like, Zadar is there.
He's like, man, I found Ivanhoe. What? Oh, I'm dead.
So he gets an axe through his chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other guy sort of runs over, is like, oh, what happened to you?
And it's just staring at his dead friend.
Yeah.
And so Czar sneaks up behind him and just does the neck break thing.
And again, writes fight in their blood.
Yeah, to which the people then see them too.
They're like,
and
"Oh
are like,
my
oh
God."
god, we really got to get to the ranger station now.
Right. And there's been a slight introduction to the Rangers because Charles Napier is, once again, another BMFcast alum who's been in a million things, none of which were the BMFcast movies that we've seen. But he's
one-man force. He was.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Rambo and Silence of
But
the
his name
Lambs.
is Moo Chow?
Moo Chow.
Moo Chow.
Moo Chow.
All right.
MOOCHOW.
M-O-O.
Yeah. And as we learn later, was married to Sandra?
No.
Who's like,
No.
They were going to get married. He didn't show up.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. But she's like 40 years younger than him.
Easily.
Is she?
Yeah.
She's deceptively
Okay.
not
30
young.
years younger. Okay.
It wasn't very deceptive.
Still.
It was kind of...
I mean, yeah.
But you look at them and she's clearly
yes.
way, way younger.
Fine. That's true. But yeah,
I'm guessing there's not a lot to choose from in desert California.
I don't know. It seems awfully populated at times.
Yeah.
With tourists.
And there's
like
plenty of
migrant
other
tourists.
There's plenty of
Well,
other California
You
to
can't
go
marry
to.
tourists
There were some other rangers, yes, that we didn't...
for a brief period of time.
But yeah, he shows up at the ranger station.
Driving a Suzuki.
Yeah.
Samurai.
A sweet Jeep.
And this other guy comes out.
No,
and he's just like,
No, it's not.
he's just like, I need. The guy comes out. He's like, hey man, glad you're here, Charles Napier. I need the and he's like, just shut the fuck up and clean up the car.
Yeah,
just get out of it.
Get out of here.
He's already like annoyed at everyone as
Yep.
soon as he shows up.
Yep.
Meanwhile, they're driving down the road again, like
San Francisco.
hauling ass to try to get to the ranger station, and they get a flat tire.
Yes.
And out of nowhere again, they just see Falchion walking through the
Yeah,
rocks,
well,
and
he's up the hill.
Yeah.
and
Like, hey.
she's out there trying to change the tire, and he was never introduced by name yet. Just the old man sitting in the truck drinking beer, and he's just like, you ain't gonna be able to lift that truck with the jack in the sand here, man. And like not helping her at all.
Yeah,
Right.
like she has to hop in the back,
Yeah.
and she's very clearly stumbling with it, trying to playing it up so that he seems like he's lazy.
Right.
He's like, well, you can't. And then she's like, well,
And he's like, "Ain't that man over there? You trying to run over the car?" So she honks over, and he comes over. And then this is never made a big deal of in the movie at all. He walks over and helps them change the tire by picking up the truck.
Yeah.
Yes.
The back of the truck.
Picks it right up.
A Ford, or no, it was a GMC, but
Yeah.
like a full size truck.
yeah,
Yeah.
a big truck.
Yeah.
And just picks it up Superman style.
And
off the
acts
back.
like it's a mild inconvenience.
He's just like,
hurry
you
up,
wanna
this
hurry
is
up?
heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
All
It's
right.
it's really strange that they don't make a bigger
But-
deal out of that.
I just love drunk guy
Oh,
during
yeah?
this whole scene
Oh, yeah.
because she's like, oh, do you want me to pick up the jack too? And he's like, yeah, you better pick it up or it's going to get rusty if you leave it in the dirt by the time you get back.
Don't scratch the truck bed.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
he's-
tosses it in the back of the truck and he's like, you're going to scratch the truck bed doing that.
Yeah.
But the first thing he's like, that Jack ain't gonna be able to sport that truck in the sand like this. She's like, ain't gonna do it.
Yeah. And he's revealed his name at some point. It's like Jack
Did he? 'Cause
Jericho.
I don't think
She
he had.
says it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
She
it's when they
says
all
it
met
to
up.
Fauci
Introduce
when
each-
she
okay.
introduces
Okay.
Like, that's my friend Jack Jericho. Jack Jericho.
Jack Jericho.
Or no, that's my uncle Jack Jericho.
Right.
We're like, we're all like, wait, what?
Wait.
Jack Jericho.
And he's like,
call him
"Yeah,
JJ."
good to see you. I'm drinking.
All right, yeah.
Drinking
Yes.
this Keystone beer.
So yes, the drinking game in this is actually to drink. Whenever JJ declares you're going to have to do this, usually drive.
Yes.
I've been drinking.
I've been drinking. It comes up a lot.
It's a good excuse.
Yeah.
Pretty good excuse. Yeah.
Don't try to keep pace with him, but just drink whenever he says that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also drink whenever Robert Czar holds his axe over his head and goes ah. That's
Oh, yeah.
that's just enough to get drunk.
Yeah, because they've been cutting back and forth to Zadar on the top of the rocks, just going, ah!
Yep. And the eviler corporation has been like, they're going to go to the ranger station and tell them, that about all these dead bodies that, Zadar is going around killing people. So we should probably take the rangers out of the equation. So they send the helicopter.
They send, as they describe in the movie, a gunship,
Oh, sure.
which is just a helicopter
It's
with
the
a
same
guy with a
helicopter.
gun.
It's the Channel 12 news chopper.
Yes, it's the same helicopter they've been using the whole time, except there's a dude hanging out with a
With
gun.
a gun,
And
thus
so-
making it a gunship.
gunship, sure. But yeah, so they fly over and kill all the Rangers, and then they kind of come across Charles Napier, who's driving. I don't know where he was or going or anything.
Well, he was inside, and, yeah, that's right, he was separate.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
he wasn't
It was
there.
the
Like,
four
he had-
Rangers were there. He was somewhere else, and he's driving, and all of a sudden the helicopter shows up, and he just jumps out with his pistol, starts shooting at the helicopter. Doesn't do anything. And then
It's a pro move right there.
Yeah, but this is also one of those movies where, like, if you're off screen, they're not finding you.
yes,
Yeah.
Because, like, the helicopter suddenly is just gone,
Yep.
and he's like, all right, I can go now.
yeah.
But yeah, I guess the helicopter breaks off because they're being shot at, I guess, a little bit. It's just enough for them to basically all stumble together, him basically grab all three of the other people and, like, say, get over the hill now and hide.
Mm-hmm.
And this begins the let's throw Sandra to the ground game.
Oh man, this is the best drinking game because it's so no, I don't mean it like that. I just mean because it's so ridiculous that it keeps happening.
Yeah.
But
First, he violently drags her to the side, yelling at her, like, don't put up a fight and be stubborn here. And then, just, like, throws her to the ground. Because everyone else is like, oh, shit, we should dive behind this bush. And
Right.
she's like, what? I don't know. And he's just like, get down.
down. Yeah. Throws her down. Helicopter's just like, well, all right. I guess they're gone. So it bugs out, and then they're just.
And then
Pop
apparently, without us, unbeknownst to us, they make a plan to split up and meet up at sundown. I don't know why. We don't know why. It just happens.
And it doesn't last very long either because, like, there's they split off and don't do much of anything separately, and then there's some tourists hanging out who get murdered, and then there's a scene missing from the film that Charles Napier then narrates to us later when they find him.
Okay, wait. Just to be fair, I don't think they do get murdered because it's the same family that shows up a little bit later in the.
No,
in the-
different set of tourists. This
don't
first family is different.
was.
Oh yeah,
That guy looked exactly like the same guy.
it was an old bearded guy, but it was different guy.
Okay.
Different guy. Because
the movie
if those-
wanted it to be a different guy. It may have been the same guy.
There's no
actually,
way,
but I don't know.
after what Charles Napier describes, that guy would then be out camping again, just collecting firewood for his shrew
I know.
wife.
Well, all right. Just it seemed like the same guy.
It may be the same actor, but
Okay.
not the same people. But
Anyway, yes.
Tourists.
Napier and he's now paired up with the lady.
Yeah.
Sandra, I believe her name is.
Yeah, Sandra.
And is like they're like, we must warn everyone and get to the better ranger station where everyone's not murdered. I don't know.
The one where the alive rangers are.
The alive ranger station. But he comes up with his family. He's just like, there's been an incident. You need to leave now. And he's like, oh, okay, we better do what he says. And she's like, no, the park said open. We're having our picnic. Meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
he's
he's
like,
like-
honey, he has a badge. We should do what he says.
He's like, I know what the side said, but incident, get out now.
Yep.
So
Yeah, but she's like, no,
Yeah.
we're having this picnic.
Right.
We are picnicking.
Yes. Not leaving.
And then it's like they forgot to shoot it because apparently they get murdered and Charles Napier tries to stop them by ramming Robert Zadar with the Suzuki Samurai Jeep.
Sure.
And then just, we don't see any of that because we come back, like, now they've met back up and Napier's like laying up against the Jeep and is like, yeah, I'm going to tell you all of that. That just happened, but you didn't get to see it. And he also he took Sandra. So
yeah.
now
Sorry.
I'm going to go with the old guy and you should go rescue her.
Yes. And Zadar is just carrying her through the desert
Yeah.
over his shoulder.
Yeah. And pretty soon Falchion just catches up with him.
Yeah.
And is like, hey, buddy, drop her, hand her over, whatever.
Yeah. Well, Zadar like puts her up against a rock, and then they fight a little bit, and then he gets the upper hand on Zadar by killing him.
Which she doesn't,
Yeah.
like, if she's knocked out or whatever, she just has to kind of stand there and lean up against the rock.
Yeah,
It's-
she's not like out. She's just sort of draped over
It looks like a
rock.
vertical chase lounge. She's just like, I've fainted on
Yeah.
this rock here.
It's a fainting rock.
But yeah, so they have a little fight, and
Zadar ends up falling on the
his own
axe.
axe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, getting pushed onto it, yeah.
Sure. And
And
the
then
bad
he's-
guys are like, "Oh no, we lost."
No,
And the guy's
he's
like,
down.
Yeah. You haven't met my ace in the hole, my magic lady.
Which we have seen shots of, but has not come into play yet. It's his lady.
She's a Playboy playmate. She never has
Yeah.
a single speaking word in the movie, I don't think.
But she's just got feather headdress and giant nails and a cape of some kind, and now we know she's the magic lady because she starts doing
Magic lady
things.
stuff.
She does boob magic.
She does. She
And brings him back
She
to
shows
life.
the camera some cleavage for a long time and draws some symbols onto Robert
which then
Zadar's naked
magically
chest.
disappear.
Yeah.
And
That's what the healing does.
and also he temporarily had blonde hair and then
Yeah,
came back
his
to
hair
life.
changes color a lot in this movie for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's all right.
Yep.
Magic Lady fixes him. So great. Undestructible hero. That's or villain. That's
Yeah.
a great plot device. That's fantastic. I hope they don't
They
overuse
just-
that.
That's a
Yeah.
great plot device when you have a small cast.
I think they just wanted to do a lot of their Vision Quest photography stuff.
Yeah, which the first time was all right. It was like, okay, you put together a little scene. That's fine. Nice,
they're,
good
like,
on you.
Going through the canyons in fast motion. And
Yeah, flying helicopters over water and
Yeah.
mountains.
Oh, and reversed image. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, okay, you put together a nice little sequence. Good on you. So then Zadar's like, "Ugh,
Yeah.
I'm okay. Time to go finish murdering.
Yeah.
good now.
And
This just starts him appearing. If there's someone out in the desert,
yeah,
he's
like,
just going to suddenly appear there.
Right.
hey,
He becomes Jason for all intents and
Pretty
purposes,
much.
where it's like it doesn't matter where he was before or how long it should take to get there.
yeah, he's immediately not only
Yeah.
there, but on the other side of where the people are. Like,
Yeah.
geographically, he shouldn't even be on the other side.
Right.
Again, everyone's got myopic
Yeah,
screen vision.
Right.
If you're off screen, you can be anywhere.
yes,
But this also, this begins the love interest between Falchion and Sandra.
Oh yeah, yeah. They really explain a lot of their.
No, they
attraction.
stop and kiss for a second, then it's like they're just running down a hill, and I guess whatever happened.
Well, that's what kicks off the montage. But
Yeah.
they're running for a while, and then they stop, and he tells her a story of some importance that doesn't really sound interesting at all.
It's like a past love that wanted him to give up the dragon fighting business, but he couldn't give up the dragon fighting business, so he lost her to a guy behind a desk, and that's probably why he hates corporations. Fuck corporations.
Right. And then she's like, well, I'll make out with you.
Yeah.
And they do.
I don't know what the fuck you just said.
Like,
but you reached out.
Yeah, it's like, thanks
And
for
touched
opening
my brother's
up.
heart.
You're sensitive.
Yeah.
Time to put my tongue in your mouth. And like that happens, and like this song kicks in, and then just instantly, like, boom, they're running down a mountain. And like literally, it's not like a euphemism for something. It sounded like montage music. It kind of turns out to be, but not in the way we were thinking.
Not in the, like, let's improve our skills or really progress much time.
No, it's just basically like, here's what the rest of the characters
Here's
in the
just
film
some
are up
shit
to
where
at the moment.
There's some shit where some people are running together and they'll eventually get back together.
Yeah.
And
Here's James Hong. He's sitting in a chair. He's put a sweater on.
yeah, and contemplating because he's sitting there kind of in a zen-like pose, and the
Yes.
other guy's like over there, like smoking a cigar and counting his invisible money and just things that are happening while this awesome song plays.
Now, the James Hong Corporation people are all constantly kind of...
I would buy stock in that.
Man.
Yeah.
They're all sort of constantly sniping at one another, and I'm never actually sure why any of them are participating in this, because none of them seem at all like this is the best thing we could be doing with our time and money.
James Hong himself even seems like reluctant to do this. Like, it's really only Paré who's like talked him into doing it in the first place. And the other two are like, really, we're doing this? And
Yeah.
But there's one point where they're like, we're gonna call the other people and just call this off because of all the murders. And and he gets hung up on for his troubles because he's very like, hey, this is Tawa-san from Gaijin Corporation, and I don't know, but murders? Can we call it click? Hello?
Yeah, he's sort of like, I think maybe this many murders are too many. Huh?
Yeah.
Are you there?
And Pare's just like, got hung up on, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I told you they weren't going to listen to you.
I think this is around the time where he basically reveals, like, the Michael Douglas wannabe guy from White People Corporation is basically like, hey, I liquidated all the stocks and all of our insurance and everything, and I bet on both sides, so no matter what happens, I win. And the other two are like, well, what about us? And he's like, I don't know, you can win or lose.
Yeah.
That is basically what he says, and exactly how he says it.
And then Pare's just like, then like turns heel on them, I believe, where he's just like, I basically set this whole thing up to liquidate your company, so and he leaves too.
Yeah. Which leads to them getting the ceremonial swords to commit suicide.
They don't actually go. Well, we don't see it, but
but James Hong does sort of hug these things like, oh, the sweet embrace of death will release me from my dragon fighting. How could I have been so wrong?
Yeah. But so we're kind of mostly done with them at this point. Like, they have
never see them again.
Yeah,
really,
they're basically like done. It's just like they have the ceremonial swords. White people are winning either way, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
and
like, well, the white people are because what happened when they get to the final fight? It's outside of the fight zone, and evil white guy is basically like, "This is out of the fight zone. It's not sanctioned. The cops will be here any second. I gotta go. I'll see you."
Yeah, I'll be on vacation. So you should probably do the same thing. Bye.
Yeah. I'm out, and he leaves, and that's really it for both the corporations. There's no comeuppance for either of them.
Wow. But yeah, back to what we're actually watching.
Sure, yeah.
They have their moment. Everyone meets back up, and then like they come to this weird like invisible crossroads where they come up over this hill, and he's like, "Y'all go that way because I'm going to go distract him over here. Bye." And Falchion like runs off to the right of the camera, and everyone else just kind of goes straight. And for the most part, leaves danger.
Yes.
Kind of.
Like, Falchion is then running through one of the many canyons that's in this place, sees a tripwire, and, sees it before he gets on it, steps over it, and then just goes up to the top of this cliff and waits for Assface to come around the corner, Zadar to come around the corner, and is like, just like knocks a rock onto him.
Yeah, but like, oh yeah, because he kills him. Yeah, he just haha.
He won in a landslide.
Right. So Zadar's been buried with rocks.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yep. And we're like, wow, okay, he just murdered the rocks. Yeah. But then, Magic Lady shows back up, and we get our second resurrection of Robert Zadar.
Which is basically just an edited down version of the first resurrection scene.
Yep. It's a lot shorter. I mean, it's just like, yeah, you've been here. Like, whatever.
But again...
Boob magic.
It's a resurrection.
Yeah.
Zadar basically just acts like he's getting up from a nap. He's just like, oh, what are these rocks on me? Oh.
Yeah. Well, I like he picks one of them. He's like, fuck this rock.
Yeah.
This rock in particular.
Yeah. And this is when, like, the second vacationing family comes into play.
Oh, yeah.
Or yeah,
or the first. However,
sure, yeah.
who knows?
Both shrill wife and dude who's like,
dude's
looks
like
the same.
gathering wood for a fire.
Well, she's like, you go out there and get enough firewood for us to have family dinner, fucker.
He's already got like arms full of wood. He's like, I'm doing it. What?
And also, like they only show like later when the kids are in peril. They only show the little kid, but there's a teenage boy who's young David Byrne.
He's standing
For
there
half
like
a second, there is this kid standing there.
I wasn't sure if he was human or a scarecrow.
Yes.
He's standing there in a fucking talking heads, like
He was like
oversized
all
jacket.
jacket and nothing
And I'm like,
else.
what?
I know, it was really weird. It's like, kid, don't move.
Yeah.
And we're just going to put this drape on you.
Yeah.
You'll be in a movie. You'll be famous.
But yeah, anyway, so yes, Robert Zadar comes up on this family, and I guess for whatever reason, Charles Napier and company have been watching this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
Because he comes,
Well, Zadar like threatens the kid.
Actually, I think something happens where... is this where JJ dies, or is he dying separately?
Well, he does. What happens is Zadar comes upon the dad who's still collecting firewood. He's like, God damn it, Brenda. How much wood do you fucking need?
Right.
I hate you. Why do you do this to me every time? And then all of a sudden Zadar's there. He's like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
There's a guy in a fucking knight costume with an axe. And yeah.
yeah.
He gets it. All these people get killed basically off camera.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, almost a POV shot of Zadar swinging an axe at him almost every time.
Yeah. But so he kills the husband.
Yeah, so he kills that, and then this is when and then suddenly Zadar's standing in front of the little baby.
Yeah.
Who holds up he's got a toy gun, and he goes, "Make my day." And Zadar just starts laughing at him.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking chop a kid
murder
up.
a baby.
This is the best day."
I am murdering everything.
And what's funny about this is somehow Falchion is like 2 miles away because he just starts, trying to do the Tom Cruise run, but it's just not working. And he's like, "Oh, I gotta get there."
Yeah.
But old drunk guy is just right there.
Yep.
He like suddenly you see the cooler drop to the ground.
Well, he's got a shovel.
Yeah, and he's got a shovel.
He's got to fight him with a shovel.
Yeah.
It doesn't go so well.
No, he fights Zadar for what? He fights Zadar all right.
Longer than he should.
Yes.
But yeah, he eventually also gets an axe to the chest, which, because he's a speaking role, doesn't kill him right away because he gets to have a speech.
It's funny.
Like an hour later when Falchion finally gets there.
Falchion is like way. He's like basically doing the King Arthur or the thing from Holy Grail, where it's just like it's just like takes him a really long time to actually.
And everyone's just looking like, "Am I seeing that?"
Yeah, it was Lancelot, but whatever. I think in Holy Grail, wasn't it?
That was Holy Grail.
Yeah, no, I know, but I mean, which night it did it?
Oh,
whatever.
right.
The
Okay.
joke, you know
Yes,
the joke,
right?
But yes, he basically gets there and is like, haha, and fights him and gets him to go away.
Yes.
Somehow, so that he can have this little death scene with JJ.
Yeah.
And he basically, I don't know, he says a bunch of shit about you got to put down the sword. It's not the hand in the sword. It's the sword that puts down the hand. The hand
the
that puts
open
down
hand of compassion.
puts down the sword. Fucking give me a beer. I want to die how I lived.
Yep.
And so he dies. Oh, his last words were like, I think I've had enough.
Yes.
I think I had enough. And then
Yeah.
to this, Falchion says, "So have I."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Meanwhile,
because now Robert Zadar, I guess, murdered him is like, I've got a murder boner for this family. I'm going to kill them.
Yeah.
Because he's like, he's going after the little kid that's just sitting there in the middle of the field or whatever.
Yeah.
Which, wasn't there grass? I think there was grass.
I don't know.
Like, what? I'm just saying,
I don't know.
this is
Who
weird
knows?
geography. Because there's also snow around this area, too. But, like,
There's a snow line.
yeah. But Charles Napier charges him and, saves the kid or whatever and gets killed kind of off screen again, too.
It is a good 5 minutes of Charles Napier running through the mountains,
Right.
being chased by Zadar. And at one point he remembers, like, "Oh, I have a gun.
Yeah.
I'll use that." Oh, no
Click.
bullets. Well,
Yeah.
throw gun at Zadar,
Of course.
which of course doesn't work.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good 5 minutes of Charles
Yeah.
Napier just being chased and then getting murdered.
Yep.
Yeah, and we don't even really see where he gets stabbed because that's when we see the sword that's hidden in the hilt.
Yeah, because
which
he's
never
blocked.
shows up again.
He's blocked the axe, and then Zadar pulls out the sword and
Yeah.
stabs him. So
And then-
And I'm assuming stabs him in the balls or something because they show the top half of his body and Napier's going, this really hurts.
yeah, I imagine it probably stings a bit.
Yeah, but everything is off camera because they didn't even have a budget for any sort of gore whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So he's dead, and then I guess finally Zadar's like, all right, I guess I need to kill this chick now.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill this chick.
So he kind of catches up with her, and this is when Falchion has just said, all right, I'm going to fight him so he stops killing everybody.
Well, when Jericho died, he's like, fuck it,
Yeah.
it's on. The whole thing, the whole movie, they've just been yelling at him like, is the reason he's killing everyone because you won't fight him? And he's like, yeah. It's like, maybe you should fight him.
Yeah.
Maybe then people will stop dying. How does that sound?
Yeah, that's when he gives the only way to get out of the game is to not play, to win the games.
Yeah.
It's bigger than me. It's bigger than him and you. This is people. It'll just keep happening,
and
man.
they're just like, I don't want to die because you're not fighting him, so why don't you go fight him? But it's
pacifism sucks, man.
It's Jericho who dies, where he's basically like,
that's when he says,
okay,
I've had enough too.
Yeah, time to murder.
So, but he kind of again, geography. What is geography in this movie? Because he comes out from behind the rocks, like ahead of Zadar.
Yeah,
who is just kind of chucking the chick around, and he's like, "All right, I got my sword. Let's fight."
Yeah.
And Zadar, like, just offhand, murders the chick, completely off camera, never seen again. We weren't even sure if she was murdered or not, but the way the movie ends, she was probably murdered by him also. Just the most unceremonious thing where it's just like,
He doesn't even make a move to come towards her to help. He is just standing back like, come at me, bro. Like, when you're done over there, I'm over here, come get me. Which, I mean, he made out with her.
Yeah.
12 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
What kind of hero are you, Falchion? Jerk.
Yeah. He is. He's not a good hero.
No, he's not.
At all.
No. Because now everyone is dead. Every character in this movie, except for the two of them, is dead.
and
including James Hong and his buddies.
well, probably them. Yes,
More than likely.
Killed themselves because he wouldn't fight.
not the other business people. Probably.
I'm sure they...
No, that guy went to the gas chamber.
He said he
called
woke
it.
up. Yeah. Next day, woke up in the gas chamber.
That's
Swift
the-
justice.
That's the American version of falling on the sword.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I'll just go in the bathroom and gas chamber myself.
Yep. But yeah, so he just waits for Robert Zadar to come over to him. And they find like the worst, the least flat area possible to fight on, because like it's instantly just stumbling and weapons falling and just and then it's like a long. Falchion's just like, I'm just gonna climb up this mountain, chase me.
There's a lot of just stumbling fighting.
Yeah,
In the mountains, and then suddenly the helicopter lands near them.
Well, they spend a lot of time climbing the mountain. They get up to
Why
the
are they
top
climbing
and
the
have like 2 sword hits, and then they both just tumble all the way down. And that's when the helicopter shows back up and just sort of like lands next to them like, hey guys, cool. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Maybe we had a camera mounted to
Are they
it.
doing a Let's Play?
Yeah. Hey guys.
Hey, guys.
Check this out.
But yeah, so they fight
Hey,
some
guys,
more, and
helicopter,
eventually I think both lose their weapons, and then are just kind of
just
strangle fighting.
Just kind of fighting.
And yeah, it's the whole like, I'm about to throw you into the tail rotor of the helicopter. Oh wait, no, I flipped you around and you got squished.
Yeah. Which isn't even shown very well.
It's just sling some blood on the helicopter and on a rock, and Zadar's dead. And the helicopter guy's just like, oh, that happened. Well, all right, later, gotta go.
Bye.
My work here's done.
Peace out. Yeah.
I take tourists through the desert and just land so that you can murder bad guys. My work here's done. It was a good day.
Is he really the bad guy, though?
Robert Zadar?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the bad guy was us. I think
What, for
man is
watching this?
the
Man
most
is the
dangerous
villain.
game or whatever.
Oh.
Whatever.
But yeah, then I guess he walks over to Sandra and gives her a Captain Kirk burial. Just piles a bunch of rocks on her. Mm-hmm. It's like,
Was that her or was that Zadar? I didn't know.
I thought it was her.
Okay, I'll go with
because
her.
he seemed he seemed less stoic about it than maybe he would have Zadar.
It was probably JJ, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. He was his best friend.
Actually, he asked not to be buried, so that would be disrespecting
That's
JJ's
true.
memory.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he buried the chick.
Okay, we'll go with that.
'Cause he was
and then
kinda like-
plants his sword as a grave marker, I guess. And it's like, I'm out of here.
And then Jericho narrates the rest of the movie, which is basically just his death speech.
Mm-hmm.
And then credits.
It was Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
That's where they met.
Oh, okay.
Credits with a song.
Oh, God, yes. Great
Brought
song.
to us by Velvet Hammer.
Velvet Hammer, you guys.
Velvet
Yeah.
Hammer.
It's where you make your stand, do something.
Copyright, what was that, like all-purpose music or something like that?
1990,
Whatever you want,
all-purpose music.
whatever you want that music for.
Yep.
It's there.
It suits any need, except the end of this
Funerals.
movie, which it doesn't fit at all.
His stand
bar
was to get
mitzvahs.
everyone killed and then give in and fight anyway.
It's
Yeah.
really most purpose
Yeah.
mutant.
But do it
Only-
outside the fight zone so no one wins.
Yes. Yeah,
It's
that's
just
right,
straight
because,
murder.
Yeah, they ended up outside the fight zone,
Yep.
so that yes.
So now he's guilty of murder. Yeah, good times.
And I reckon we rate it.
We do reckon.
Yes.
Yep.
Anyone?
It gets 1 jocks from me solely because of Zidar's outfit. Because the first time that showed up, we could not stop laughing.
It's the best.
And it gets another, like, basically gets half a jocks for that and half a jocks for JJ, who is legitimately funny in just about everything he says throughout that movie.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
It's kind of a big role for him. That guy usually just like wanders by as like a homeless person or something, but you know.
But otherwise, the fight choreography's terrible, the geography's terrible. The motivations of everyone make no sense whatsoever.
No.
But I have this weird nostalgic part of me that still loves these sorts of things. That's like, it's like, I know it doesn't look like Warlock, but like to me, everything that was that early 90s, late 80s, early 90s video all looks like fucking Warlock.
Yeah.
And it's kind of that sort of feel.
Okay.
And it's just that weird feel of, all right, we got no budget, but somehow we have these actors in this movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it's barely a recommendation just for that stuff. You're probably better off watching it on YouTube anyway, but just clips of
Well, sure. Good luck
if you can
finding it.
even find it. But yeah, but only 1 jocks. That's all I can do.
Okay. I can do better than that. I can do 2 jocks.
Ooh,
And
Mr.
I can
Generosity.
name that movie.
Okay, so I know I end up saying this a lot when I give a movie a couple of jocks.
It's fine.
It's not good, but I think it is very strangely watchable. It's not shot badly. The film
No.
stock is pretty good. They had a clue about some of the things, but like storytelling and pacing, they didn't have clues about. But I think it is an entertaining watch, especially with your buddies. I really love the music in this. As
Yeah.
much as they overuse that wind chime bullshit mystical sound effect that they do 100 times, the music in this is much better than your standard Casio keyboard bullshit.
But wasn't it just the same, like,
I don't care.
the same 8 bars over and
Those
over and
8
over
bars
again?
were
Those bars
fabulous.
were
They
good.
were really good.
Yeah, I will say that the music in this is really
Yeah, for this kind of movie, it should have
It's
been
exactly
scored
what you
with a
want.
keyboard, but it wasn't. It actually had a little bit something to it. So I really
Where
liked
all the
that.
budget went, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I did laugh a couple times when the movie actually wanted you to laugh through the dialogue, and it's watchable. I think it's watchable. I think it's entertaining. It's paced horribly. The story is bullshit, but
yeah.
very watchable. What? I didn't say
Watch
it was
it.
fine.
No, just the word watchable, something that is able to be watched.
Hey, we've watched things that are unwatchable.
This is true.
I will go ahead and go since I have a statement prepared from my lawyer. This movie gets 1 bags, and it only gets 1 bags because I want to see how some other people react to this. So I want to show it to some people just to be like, here you go.
You want to surprise them with it?
Yeah, I just want to throw it like yeah, like a cat scare in a movie. Just meow.
Throw Dragonfight at them.
Right. Like I want to.
They're
I want to
opening
see
your cabinets, and all of a sudden, Dragonfight jumps out at them.
exactly. Like maybe hanging out with your buddies, having a couple of beers. Like, hey, watch this.
Yeah, I can see that.
Dragonfight, and I want to see them go on that same sort of ride that we went on. Like, oh, Dragonfight! Listen to the music, Robert Zadar. Huh?
Yeah, that sounds
and-
like a fun time.
Yeah, and there are a couple good things. JJ made me laugh. I like that. I like that character. Robert Zadar he's there.
He is, yes.
But that's really it. The fights were so bad.
They were
so
pretty bad. For a
You're gonna-
stunt man,
And
really,
they're not
come on,
bad,
guy.
and they're not bad in a fun way either.
No, they're just bad in a very awkward, poorly shot,
Yeah.
poorly choreographed way.
Like even the fight that should have that wasn't even the most important fight in the film, which was the outside of the bar fight. It seemed like every time contact was made, they would cut immediately.
Yeah.
Like you never got a shot of what looked like contact. Like they were missing so wildly that they had to immediately cut away so that we wouldn't see it. It just wasn't staged very well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's very strange.
I don't know what movie you guys watched.
Dragonfight.
Huh. Because I have to give this movie 4 jocks.
You almost got a spit take, sir. Go on.
I kind of fucking love this movie. I would almost give it 5 jocks.
Whoa.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Strong word.
Were it not for the third act,
Yes.
this movie would get 5 jocks.
Woo.
You're incredibly tickled by that.
Like, okay, if you were to just close your eyes, go with me now, people, close your eyes and imagine 80s movie where 2 men fight each other with fucking medieval weapons in the desert, and then like let your mind like brew on that for a little bit, and you will see this movie, and you can see this movie. It is available.
Yeah.
Like the soundtrack,
barely.
soundtrack, the
If
shots.
a child directed it, I mean, a dumb child with no imagination.
It's gleeful and awesome, and all of the shots in front of the sun are like, just. I mean, it's like it's poor man's Conan, and I love it.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Absolutely.
I don't think it has
I'm so
nearly
proud
that.
of you.
I mean, I don't want to deny that. I mean, obviously, I can't deny that you like it because that's your opinion, whether it's wrong or not. In which case it is. In this case, it is. But like, I don't find like Conan has charm and style, and I don't feel like this has.
Conan
any
1 is a great fucking movie,
Yeah.
hands down. Period.
like
2, this is poor man's
there's
Conan
3 different.
2.
This is 3 different.
This is poor man's Conan the Destroyer.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Still,
Fair enough.
like.
See, now you know how I felt during Elves.
All right.
Where I was like, why do they hate it so much?
This is kind of terrible, but like
It's your brand of
I am
terrible.
always amazed when we find something that I feel like nobody's seen, and I'm like, how has nobody seen this and talking about it? Because like to me, this is the recipes that people make fun of in things like Blood Dragon, and I mean, this is just like literally like this is that movie genuine.
Yeah.
And like I just think about all of the bullshit that people have made trying to look like this, and this is just that naturally. The shot standing in front of the sun, and the lens flares, and the music, and I don't know. I could show this to people, and I'd just be like, man, you got to see this movie.
I don't think people are going to get behind it like you will.
All right.
But the way you described it, I understand.
Yeah.
I don't agree, but I understand.
Okay. Yeah, but the third act, like bringing Zadar back a second time, was just like, all right, really, like just give him a better first death, and then just it got super
back
super
Son of
convoluted.
I was really hoping that it would end with him killing her, so that she would stop resurrecting.
Oh, I kind of saw that coming too. It was like, oh, I actually thought like, okay, if you're gonna do this a second time, let's do this like 4 more times until he discovers, like suddenly it's like almost a montage of like I got to kill Robert Zadar again until I find how
It
he
just
keeps coming
becomes
back.
Edge of Tomorrow, where
Yeah.
it's just like bam, bam,
Yep.
bam. All right,
Yeah.
you've killed him how
He
many
just
times
keeps
now?
waking up.
Until he's like, oh, that magic bitch up there, I got to kill her. Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I was all in for this one. I mean, until the third act, and it was just like, you lost a little.
Great.
Glad to hear
Fair
it.
enough.
I'm thrilled you said that.
Maybe this will take off like Troll 2, and we'll be
Totally.
heroes.
Yes. Just for one day.
Let's take a break.
Yes, please.
You imbecile.
What? That's my favorite Wallflower song. Oh, man. I'm tickled.
Hope you're proud of yourself.
Oh, I'm so happy you liked this movie. You were the one I was worried about the most.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're picking movies just for me now.
Well, I only quickly sampled the movie. I had no idea what it was going to be. I was like, this looks all right. It has people in it, so. Yeah.
You know what we call as adults? Cartoons.
Uh-huh. Woo. Woo.
Oh no, my battery is at 20%.
I don't know if I'll ever sleep tonight, but I'm going for just a little bit more caffeine.
Oh, dude. I just watched Dragonfight again.
I did. I know. I probably wouldn't be sleeping anyway. I'd just be like, Dragonfight. When I close my eyes, all I see is Dragonfight.
This is,
Yeah, what?
this is why I don't like going early when I'm rating.
Yeah.
And I don't like trying to anticipate you guys' ratings.
I
need to stop trying to do that because I do.
You just need to go with your gut.
I know. I was really at a 2, but then I was like, I don't know, man. And I went down to a 1.
That's why I was kind of subtly just sitting back and waiting to go last.
Now you know how I felt during Elves.
I was just
where
like, I must mind control BJ to go ahead and make up his mind.
I was pretty much at a 2 the whole time. I thought about dropping down to a 1 during that third act because it was just, it lost me. Like I was not even.
I really didn't like that there's kind of no resolution for any of the corporation guys.
There's no
Like the one guy.
resolution for anything.
Well, yeah. So what do you guys got for second half?
I saw 2 movies.
I've got 3 movies, and I'll be super, super, super quick with all 3 of them.
Okay.
I have 4 movies. And
What?
I'll be ridiculously fast with them, and a book.
And Furious, perhaps?
A book. A book.
Yes, another
Another
book.
book?
Another
What's wrong
book.
with you?
Do we have to start Bookcast?
Dude.
We can.
Why-
It's relevant to our interests. I would just,
Quiet Riot book?
yes.
I want to briefly mention TV, but that's about it.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
None of my stuff is recent, so I can go whenever.
well, I saw. Well, both. I want to talk about the 2 movies I saw together because I made it. It was a double feature, cohesive double feature.
Mm.
You know, like 2 movies that are similar. What they're about. One thing. So I was like, I watched this. So I think I'll watch this too because I've been needing to see this.
Well, just
All right.
lump them together. Talk about them.
One of them might have been a whatever those stupid golden awards are that they give movie.
Golden Jocks?
Yeah, those. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just none of us actually saw it, so
Oh.
it wasn't up for anything.
Oh, all right.
The Tonys?
Yeah, that's it. That's Tony's. Yeah.
Ah.
The Felixes. That's it. The Felixes.
Oh. Yeah,
I
the
get it.
Pulitzer.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and we got, we'll do 3 emails.
All right.
Save some for next week.
I like that.
3 males?
Yeah. If we have time for them. If not, then,
Yeah.
whatevs.
Yeah, totes. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care how it was interpreted, but I was laughing as I used this expression today. I was talking about somebody having something at work and how somebody else couldn't, and then we couldn't give it to everybody because they'd be totes jelly. And I just threw it out there, like in the midst of normal conversations.
I've said that at work.
Did anybody just like go,
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I just I go with it. I just throw it out there.
You're lucky your neck was not punched.
Why? It wasn't like I was serious. Like, this is an expression I use.
people think it is now, though.
I don't care. That's
Yes.
that actually makes it even funnier to me.
Yeah.
Mr. I like to troll the world does not agree.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I don't troll the world. What are you talking about?
All right.
Wow.
How's life on a shrimp boat, Mr. Troller?
Man, I don't troll people.
All right.
I like genuine enthusiasm for things.
Oh, okay, well.
And then crushing it.
Is that trolling?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nah. Hey,
Nah.
as long as there's genuine enthusiasm for things I like,
Oh, yeah.
you're not getting trolled. There's no way.
Right.
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 Second half?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I guess.
Let us put up the magical.
The magical poon.
Yeah.
All right. We got magical boobs and magical poon.
Yeah.
Poon. Does anybody use poon anymore? I mean,
No.
Yes.
the word
You.
poon.
All the time, actually, or else there wouldn't be any more people.
Right.
Yes.
Does anybody use the word poon anymore? I didn't like
You.
middle
I don't know.
It's down to you.
Let's put that at the bottom of everybody's receipts. And please fill out the survey.
Yes.
Tell us if you still use Spoon.
I think
And
people
you-
who
and you-
say they're going to
No.
pork
You can, win
somebody.
you can win a free club sandwich.
If you do, keep it to yourself. All right.
Poon.
I just like the P and the oon.
Yeah.
Imogen Poots uses it.
Yeah.
Emoji poots.
Emojin Poot.
What about Vladimir Putin? Putin on the poon. Hello, I am Vladimir Putin. Welcome to my show, Putin on the poon.
Oh.
It is about the vaginas.
They say
Get out
poon. No, they have to say poon over there because of the whole W thing. And
Yeah.
they say vagina.
We sound silly saying vagina, so
They don't fuck up their P sounds. Poon.
poon.
Can we do a second half?
I would love to do a second half.
I don't want to keep talking about
I'm just
poon.
waiting for Poon
Yeah.
Talk to talk.
Yeah,
Poon talk.
Albert Poon movie.
He's only poon talk.
Poon.
Yeah.
Vladimir Putin. His nickname in college.
V.I. Poonin. All right.
Yeah.
Vladimir Ilyich.
All right, welcome back.
Hey, BMFcast.
Second half.
Second half.
Here we are with some more podcasting
Yes.
for your ears
Yeah.
and your eyes if you're watching the live stream.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Hello.
Hi.
It's horrifying.
So,
Yes.
does anyone have movies to talk about?
Yes, I think we do.
All right.
Okay.
Who has the most recent movie?
I saw a 2014 movie and a
Congratulations.
2012.
Next.
I have to look it up.
Okay. Well, those sound pretty
2013 is my
recent.
newest, so
2013.
he's got me trumped.
yeah.
Oh. Well,
How about you, Chuck?
mine are old.
Old shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, I'll start with. I'll just quick get my double feature out of the way. I watched the movie Whiplash.
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 Oh, with J.K. Simmons.
And
Yelling.
Miles Teller.
Oh, that movie. Okay.
So I like this movie a lot, but like this is definitely like one of those movies. It's well shot and stuff such enough, but it's one of those just like writing and acting showpiece kind of things. I don't know. It's one of those movies. It's interesting to me, despite me knowing almost nothing about the subject material, because it's really about advanced music theory kind of thing, and it's more or less Full Metal Jacket meets jazz band.
Wow.
Because yeah, I mean, J.K. Simmons is basically Gunny from Full Metal Jacket in the form of a music teacher slash, I guess, less teacher as the studio band director of this music school.
Okay.
Is
he
band
like,
director.
Is he like
Band-
Mr. Holland?
No, he's more like Mr. Germany.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, it's just really good, and I mean, I get why I get why he was nominated / won the that statue thingy, but like it's really weird because like no one really talks about Miles Teller's performance, and he's been one of those people that like I always just been like, oh, that goofy fuck is in a movie, just everything he's ever done. It's not that I dislike him; it's just like, oh, that guy, that goofy kid. But this is like the first time I was like, oh, okay, well, he might be all right down the line. This might be like this was like the turning point movie where you stop going like, oh, it's Pretty Boy Brad Pitt, it's Pretty Boy Leonardo DiCaprio again. It's like, oh, okay, maybe this guy can act. So it's just kind of that. So maybe that's why they're just like, oh, all right, good first effort. Next time, maybe we reward you. It's just that kind of thing.
Sure.
But it is a
So
really
he
good.
needs one more movie so people won't just call him Whiplash.
Sure. Yes. Yes. Miles Whiplash.
Yeah. Well, no, you just like
Just call him Whiplash.
yeah, like Billy Bob until he did like
Right.
Armageddon and stuff. People are just like, oh, Sling Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sling
that
Blade.
guy Sling Blade.
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah. I guess it depends on how high profile this Fantastic Four movie is going to be. I don't. That could just bomb, and who knows?
Yeah.
It could actually hurt more than anything else. I don't know, but it's a good movie, and it's definitely worth watching. And it's full of expletives and not really like anything else overly offensive. There's some kind of like hard training stuff, so there's kind of some grossness of like pushing yourself too far. But yeah, there's a scene towards the end of the movie, and I won't get spoiler. It's just like if there's a part of the movie that's like fantastically directed, it's just like this sequence of like just we're going to show you somebody's worst day ever. Just sequence of events shot remarkably well, and just this like this is going to just get worse and worse and worse and worse for this guy. But good overall, and like a really good ending. Like the ending of the movie is strong, and that's something that like a lot of movies like this fall flat. Like, even though I was kind of maybe on board with Birdman more than some people, like that ending was just like, huh, you know?
Yeah.
So, all right. So second movie I watched, I'll go ahead and I decided to have like a musical double feature because I realized there was another movie someone had been recommending to me that I was like, oh, hey, that's music related. I should watch that too. And that is Inside Llewyn Davis.
Oh, that movie.
Coen Brothers.
Coen Brothers. Wow, what an odd movie. Like, even for like Coen Brothers standards, like it's strange because it almost feels like multiple movies at times. Like, there is a section of the movie where I swear it felt like if Stanley Kubrick had directed On the Road. Like, I was just like, what happened to this movie? Like, not in a bad way. It's just like, this is a very different movie right now. And then it's just like that sequence is kind of over, and it's like, all right, back to the movie you were watching. And it's just like, whoa. But I don't know. I found the movie, it's weird because like the music is almost as charming as something like Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? 60s folk music, and not done cheesily like, Mighty Wind or whatever. But the movie itself is just not cheery like that. I mean, there were some dark things happening in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? But that whole movie just kind of like, you pretty much have a smile on your face the entire time you watch this. Whereas this movie is a little more somewhat in the vein of No Country for Old Men, where it's just like, I'm enjoying this, but like it's also just a tiniest bit hard to watch. Like it doesn't have that rewatchability. Dour, yeah, I guess that's the right word. It just doesn't have the rewatchability. But I still ended up really enjoying it, and there's some great performances by people I didn't even know were in the movie, and it's just fun when like they show up and I'm like, oh, you're in this, and I'm okay, yeah. But yeah, I would recommend both movies. I mean, it actually makes a pretty good double feature. Even though, I mean, stylistically, the music is not similar at all.
Yeah.
I just enjoyed them both. And I realized the only Coen Brothers movie I've not seen now is A Serious Man. So I never did get around to seeing that.
I have not seen that either.
But other than that, I've seen every Coen Brothers movie.
Well, you're ahead of the curve, sir.
All right.
Yeah. Those movies are good.
That's it.
Generally speaking.
Yeah.
So you've even seen Intolerable Cruelty?
I have.
Lady Killers?
I will go on record as saying I am a staunch defender of Lady Killers.
Okay.
I really like that, and that's one of those other movies where it's like, holy shit, J.K. Simmons. Like, early on, before everyone else was on the J.K. Simmons bandwagon. I mean, of course, Oz, too. That's probably the earliest.
Yep.
Yeah. About you, Mackie? What'd you see?
I watched a little trilogy of movies in preparation for a movie we're going to see next week.
Uh-huh.
And we've talked about them enough, but Fast 5, Furious 6, and Tokyo Drift.
Oh, you watched them in the proper order.
I did.
Okay.
So I was up on the chronology before we watched 7.
Right.
Fast 5, I'm confident now in saying that's the best action movie of the past 20 years.
Okay.
Straight up.
We're still going with 20?
Yeah.
You haven't revised this? Okay.
Yeah, I'm still confident saying that is the best action movie of the past 20 years.
I say 10, and I'm right there with you, but I say 10.
Okay.
10's my cutoff, because then you don't have to fight things like The Matrix and
understand
things
that.
like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Furious 6 still suffers from way too much story, and the whole like upping the ante feel that it kind of has, which is very odd then when watching Tokyo Drift, because it feels like the last one that had real people in it.
Right.
Like events that were like, I mean, yes, the ending is really dumb, but it's kind of like the quintessential Fast and Furious thing where it's like, you could kill me, but why don't you let me race? And whoever loses gets kicked out of town. It's like, that's so dumb.
Yeah.
It's so dumb, but it fits with this series perfectly. But You know, that's the last one. That one feels like it has actual people in it. So, you know, because after that, they're just like, we're superheroes and physics, fuck physics.
Right.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all for that. That's why I want to see those movies. But it makes me that slightest bit worried about 7 is because it's kind of like that whole, well, we got to go crazier and we got to go crazier. And it's like, where do you kind of, you know, it's kind of like Saints Row video games have that same thing.
Right.
Where it's like, where the fuck do you go from here? So that's the only...
You give them actual superpowers.
You
maybe
drive a
they
car
already
through
have,
skyscrapers.
Yeah,
They
that's
already
what you
have
do.
in Fast and Furious 4. He had detective vision and he figured out where she crashed the car and what happened. And,
Yeah.
I could
You
drive
know.
Mach 3 through a mountain.
yeah.
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 But yeah, I mean, they're still. I think Tokyo Drift is the most underrated one of that entire series. Like, I must be the only one, but I really like the protagonist in that one, Sean. Like, I think because you get to know him so well.
Oh, you
throughout
mean that kid
movie.
from Sling Blade?
Yeah, with his terrible accent, it's great.
Kid from the X-Files.
Yes.
But it's a real
Kids
accent.
from the X-Files movie, Chuck.
Chuck. You say that every time,
I know.
idiot.
Makes you mad.
It does.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I watched those. I'm ready. We got our tickets.
Yep.
Furious 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also entered the contest to see it a day earlier than we're going to see it.
Yeah, I haven't heard back from them yet.
I have not either, so.
Bastards.
I also refer to John Locke as the guy that blows up at the beginning of the X-Files movie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. It's good. Forgot about that. Poor guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like those movies. They're fun.
Yeah.
They're
Don't
pretty
you?
good. They're pretty good. Looking forward to 7.
Quick aside: is that an open Facebook invite thing for the?
Oh, it's an open-faced turkey sandwich.
Yeah, for the.
You can invite friends.
Okay.
Yeah. If there's someone you know,
Okay.
Yeah.
as long as we clear them.
Yeah.
You have to run some security checks on
Yeah,
the
you know.
background.
I didn't want to do it through the BMFcast site. Like it
Okay.
was.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
The last time I did that, it became more of a pain in the ass for people
Yeah.
to be able to see it. So
Right.
I just did a personal one.
Okay. I couldn't remember if
Yeah.
we were seeing that as a thing or not.
No.
Yep.
I know Tobias is in, so Tobias will be joining us.
That's all that matters.
Yep. So Chuck,
Yes, sir.
you mentioned you saw some,
I watched a few things.
Yeah.
and you said you read a book.
I did. I
Again?
read another book.
Another book.
We're going to talk about that.
Book.
Let me talk about a BMFcast movie first.
Okay.
I watched Soldier.
Yeah.
Soldier's a movie I'd seen before. Watched it again. I know you guys were really high on Soldier. I like the beginning of Soldier. I like the end of Soldier. I think the middle section of that movie, when it becomes Beyond Thunderdome, can just fuck right off. As soon as little kid, future Dickensian street urchins show up, and it's just like, we're a society. We live on the trash planet. It's just like, oh, fuck off. This is the worst. I don't care about this.
Yeah.
It just instantly takes me out of it. I just don't care.
Then he murders everyone after that.
That's
A lot.
great. I love that. But
he really murders.
it becomes like one of those Star Trek episodes where I just always skip it because they just go down to the planet and the planet is like, it's an Ireland story. It's about Ireland, but it's a foreign planet. Who cares? Shut up.
All right.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, the beginning and end of Soldier is pretty good. The whole like soldiering stuff is really good. I like the
When Soldier is soldiering, it's
Yes.
pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. And then, so, last week I watched the 4 Lethal Weapon movies, and I was like, I'm still in the mood for buddy cop franchises. And I've only seen the first Rush Hour. Let's watch all the Rush Hour movies. Boy, that was a mistake.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Those movies, none of those are good. Not one of those movies would I say is a good movie. They're just all like varying degrees of terrible. Like just the Jackie Chan stuff, of course, is going to be good, but like in the first movie, I felt so embarrassed for him because that whole movie is just like, you're a foreigner and you're in America and we're just going to mock the shit out of you. Mm-hmm. The others are kind of different because they're in different places. The second one's in Hong Kong, third one's in France for who knows why. They're just, none of those are good. I have no idea why that's a popular thing. Like, Chris Tucker's character is the most insufferable asshole I've seen in a film in a long time. Like he's one of those characters that cannot function in society. Mm-hmm. There's no way he should be allowed to do anything that he's doing. You know, he just barges into a room and, you know, just basically like walks up to a table and flips it over. Is just like, what? I'm Chris Tucker. And everyone's like, oh, well, okay, I guess, you know, you're going to get results.
Yeah.
It's just...
at the time, I remember enjoying them, but I suspect, as you're confirming now, that they probably have not aged very well at all.
No. It just...
And isn't 2 basically just a carbon copy of the first one?
Yeah, it just roles reversed.
Yeah, kind of. It's just Chris Tucker's in Hong Kong. Ha ha ha. Mm-hmm. But he's still an insufferable asshole. He's being an asshole to everyone. It's just he doesn't have the rest of the entirety of America standing there also being an asshole. You know, you're foreign. Ha ha. Mm-hmm. It's just, I don't get it. I don't get why any of that. Hey, Don Cheadle shows up in the second one. I have no idea why. But that's like the only tolerable scene is like Don Cheadle's unbilled cameo in this movie.
Yeah, I forgot he's in it.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't care why he's in this. This is kind of entertaining. So, but, man, that'll probably lead me down a rabbit hole of watching old Jackie Chan movies again.
That's good.
That's a good thing, yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, his scenes, it just reminded me so much of how I loved, you know, that sort of like late 80s era Jackie Chan stuff that I would... You know, back in the days of tape trading where you could actually get the actual versions and not the cut-up terrible versions that Miramax was putting out or whatever.
That tend to be the versions that are on Netflix now.
Yeah. So, there's that. And the book that I'm currently reading now, relevant to our interests, is Pam Grier's autobiography.
Oh, okay.
Which is called Foxy. Makes sense.
I'll allow it.
It is a pretty good read. It's not exactly what I was hoping for because she kind of glosses over every movie she's ever made. Like, the movies are just sort of like something going on in the background while she talks about her personal life. And you can't really gauge that when you pick up a book like, is this book going to be what I want or not? You flip through it and it's like, oh, she's talking about coffee. And that, you know, when I read these things, I want behind-the-scenes information of movies and stuff that I like. And I will say that normally in books like these, when you're reading like the biography stuff, the early days, childhood stuff like that, I tend to just gloss over that stuff because I'm not interested in it. Hers is at least interesting, although horribly tragic. That woman has had some terrible, terrible things happen to her over time. And kind of, I think, has blocked out timelines of things because her book is written in such a way to where she'll mention having done a couple episodes of Miami Vice and then talk about then getting a movie that was made in 1980. There's some weird time discrepancies going on.
Yeah.
And there's like some weird... Like, I watched a Richard Pryor documentary recently, and according to the documentary, she and Richard Pryor were engaged, and up like the day before the wedding, he ran off and got married to someone else. And she was like going to murder him. She didn't participate in the documentary, but a lot of people were telling that story. She doesn't mention anything about that in her book. She talks about Richard Pryor and her relationship with him, but like that's any part of that is never mentioned. So I don't know. There's some weird reality discrepancies in that book.
Some weirdness.
Yeah, but it's a good read. She's an interesting lady and has had a surprisingly shocking life that makes me feel bad in a way. But she overcame like a bunch of stuff and became a huge star and got a lot of money, and you know, people everywhere love her. So good.
Everything worked out okay in the end.
I think she's she's all right. So, but that's it.
All right. I just wanted to talk about a little bit of TV real quick and
television.
Yeah, television. I have been watching The Last Man on Earth, the Will Forte joint.
That's a show I am DVRing.
Are you?
I need to start watching it.
Okay. Has anybody else watched any episodes of The Last Man on
Nope.
Earth? Okay. All right. I was hoping that some of you had.
I'm aware of it.
Well, great.
I heard he has a beard.
He does start off with a beard.
Oh.
This show has gone on a really weird arc for me. Like the first episode and a half, I really, really liked because it was that like it's the things that happen when you're the last man on Earth. You just do whatever.
Yep.
Like the first third of the hell's the Will Smith movie they made 1 billion times. I Am Legend.
Yes.
Yeah. So the first episode and a half is that, and then it is Will Forte's character just being a terrible person for the rest of it.
Oh.
And it's a hard turn, I feel like. And it really has sort of soured the way I feel about that show. And
That was fast.
Yeah. I really wanted it to to continue being kind of irreverent and charming and light. And it still has its funny moments, but it's gone in a direction that I just I don't think that if they don't turn it around the next episode, I'm probably going to stop watching because it's turned into that thing that we're not really keen on with sitcoms these days, where okay, it's just it's just about an asshole. Okay, that's funny for a couple jokes, but
that's a show that
give me some redeeming qualities.
Yeah, I don't know how they maintain that premise. I don't know. How can the show go for 6 seasons?
They will take care of that nearly within the first episode and a half. They will take care of that.
Is he on a reality show?
Not so far as I know.
Okay,
I will tell you that. But I don't want to. I know it's still new, and it's not there aren't really it's not a huge surprise. Nothing is a huge surprise yet. But I just want people to experience it for themselves so that they can form their own opinions. But it's been kind of strange so far for it to go from something I was really sort of getting jazzed about, and I thought towards the end of that first episode, I thought, man, this could be really good. This could be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
To just so quickly did that character turn for me. I was sort of devastated because I wanted to really enjoy it, and it.
Yeah, I guess I just have something. I guess I was already predisposed to not liking that show because that got made, and an adaptation of Why the Last Man never did. Just fell through all the time, which is one of my favorite comics ever. And one of those comics that has it didn't just keep going. They all right, here's our story.
Right.
We told it over the course of 5.5 years, and then we're done.
Right.
Well, it's sort of like when Once Upon a Time started. And it's why isn't this Fables?
Yeah.
I mean, but apparently that's actually. I mean, some people like it. I don't.
Some people do.
I don't know. I've never watched it, but to me, it was how could nobody get Why the Last Man working, and yet this show was able to happen.
Yeah.
Because a previously established comedian threw his weight behind it.
I guess.
Plenty of people attempted to make Why the Last Man too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna watch probably the next episode, but if it doesn't kind of turn around,
You're out.
I'm probably gonna be out on that. I appreciate the effort because I like Will Forte. I think he can be funny.
Yes.
And I think he is funny in this. Like I said, there are funny moments, but I just don't I don't want another character or another show about just people being unfettered assholes, Mm-hmm. And then
kind of where we're at now.
It's just assholes and lying and fucking get over yourselves. Make a show. You can make a show about people who aren't terrible people and still make it funny.
Yeah.
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is one of those where there are bad characters in that show, but the main character and at least most of our supporting cast are fairly positive.
Yeah.
I
I will say that is, without getting in any way spoilery, that is one of the best, most amazing things that Better Call Saul has done so far in its run, is that it is about people that are kind of going to be terrible because it's a prequel and you already know these characters, but the struggle that they have to not be terrible is strong and well done and makes you kind of root for them, even though they're not the best people.
You know where it's all going.
You know where it's going, you know how it ends up, but you're like, you know what?
They're trying.
You're rooting for them.
Yeah.
When something bad happens to them, you feel bad for them. So, not all television is lost. And by lost, I mean hopeless. It's
one more thing, and that just reminded me. People intentionally doing really dumb shit that gets them in a lot of trouble is not how you ingratiate your characters.
Sure.
Like people doing stuff that nobody would ever do intentionally. Like nobody would ever do it. They're doing it intentionally, and the character should know that nobody would ever do this or get away with it.
Right.
And then that putting them in a bad situation that they have to back themselves out of is not a good way to make me like your characters.
Yeah.
So, but one more episode.
Okay.
You got one more.
Good luck.
Last chance.
Yep. So, I bet we have some emails to listen to.
You know what?
Listen to
We
him
do.
read them.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
you
read
get to
them
listen
out
to
loud.
me read them.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Cool.
It's like a
all
book,
right.
only shorter,
Yeah.
and from other people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if
And
you want
not
to write
written
us,
by professionals.
Yeah.
if you
or
want to
edited.
write us at BMFcast.com. Call us at 910-5JOCKS-BMF.
Damn right.
Yep. Just getting it in early. You
know.
can repeat it. Don't worry. I saw the look on your face.
Your segment is still safe.
Yeah,
Jesus,
I'm
just
not-
early.
It's my thing.
Early hyping.
I know, but it's okay.
It's repetition, man.
Yeah.
That's how you get it out there.
Yeah. You got to do something 3 times.
Yeah.
So
Gotta
people
hammer
remember
in
it.
people's heads.
3 times.
Yeah. Just apply directly to the head. Apply directly
3
to the
times.
head. Apply directly to the head.
Yep. All right. First one up is from John Oddity, who wants our opinions.
Okay.
Well, we could do that.
We're full of those. It says, greetings, casters of Banff. First, thank you all for your patience of job disposition on my rambling voicemail. Especially to you, Mighty Mackie. Halfway through, I was even thinking, shut that fucker up. We get it. You hate the movie. Short form letters from now on. Now, topic. Have you guys ever encountered a true, uniformly bad film, but found admiring qualities that lingered with you? It doesn't change the standing grade of the movie, but sometimes you might go back and analyze the film to see what left you enamored. Great acting in a bad movie or stunning cinematography, etc. I've been contemplating this with Nicholas Winding Refn's Only God Forgives, and especially after seeing the fascinating making of My Life directed by Nicholas Winding Refn, I recommend the doc. Hook 'em horns, back at ya Harlow, for Die Hard with a V, V, John O, out.
Wow, there's a lot
Yeah.
in that email.
Yeah, so bad movies that had like one redeeming thing in them.
That's kind of
And
our
not like our
shtick.
Yeah, but not necessarily our thing. I think is what he's getting at. Is it's more like
Legit bad movies.
yeah, like if we had like Bags movies that we've talked about, or legit movies that we just fucking
Yeah.
can't stand. Like me, I can't stand Summer of Sam,
Right.
but I appreciate like near the end of that movie, kind of like the claustrophobia and the like the tenseness that gets introduced into that movie. Like it's hard to explain, but there's like it feels physically oppressing to watch that movie. It just feels like so many things are going so wrong for so many people, even though they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
That I appreciate having that reaction, even though I cannot stand that movie.
Yeah.
But that's one that comes to mind for me, that because that's one of my least favorite movies of all time. But
I think I've talked about this before, but like the Twin Peaks movie for me is probably something I hate with intense fury.
mm-hmm.
Like just flames on the side of my face. Just
Do you firewalk with them?
but I've probably seen that movie more than any other movie I dislike, because just because it's the Twin Peaks universe. But my passionate hatred of that thing is strong.
Mm-hmm.
I guess its endearing quality is that it is the same actors and characters from a thing that I hold dear, but I'm just amazed at how bad that thing is. So I think maybe it's my amazement at how wrong it is, how completely tonally and everything, how it's just wrong.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why I'm drawing like a complete blank on this, but I think the first thing that popped in my head is this is mostly for Chuck. Star Trek V is by far the worst Star Trek movie, period, without a doubt. But the funny thing is like because it's Shatner directed, it's like some of the best Shatnering in all of the Star Trek universe.
He directs himself very well.
Right, and so like,
just do more of that thing.
that I'm doing. Wait,
That's so
telling
good.
me to do this. But like
Just looking into a mirror.
I'll never get tired of the line, even though I utterly hate that movie. Is what does God need with a starship? So just the way that like shit that like that how that's delivered. I mean, does that make it good? I don't know, but I remember it. Okay, another movie. I'm trying to think of like my worst movies of all time. That's like in the list I went to.
And there's easy stuff like episode 1. You can point out pod race stuff like that.
I think the lightsaber fight at the end.
No, that
too.
too.
The other thing that popped in my head is like I hate with the utter burning passion again. Spawn. Funnily enough,
as you should.
But yeah, like I like Michael Jai White is a good martial artist, and like that movie kind of put him on the map, and so like I'm thankful, like even though I have issues with, I'm glad like Black Dynamite probably exists because of Spawn and finding him, because he was really kind of a nobody. He was probably just a stunt man, never going to be a leading man until like that movie came along. They were like, what about this guy? But so there's like that, and I think like the parts early in the movie like where they were like, let's do what makes this story interesting were kind of good, and then it just becomes that CG nightmare, and John Leguizamo literally shitting all over the movie.
Yep.
So yeah. So like but
unwatchable.
I hate that movie. So.
Yes. But I agree with you.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Got anything?
I'm not coming up with a good example right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Bond movies that we hated, there's always a sequence in just about all of them that I think is pretty sweet. Like the whole plane thing in the beginning of Octopussy. I fucking can't stand Octopussy, but the plane thing in the beginning is like, that's pretty good.
Octopussy's pretty good.
No, you're fucking... No. You don't get to say that, Chuck.
I do get to say it.
No, you don't. It's fucking terrible.
Whatever.
That was like Manchurian Candidate into your head by TBS, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You've just seen it so many times.
I have seen it a lot.
It's good.
I've seen it a lot.
I think TBS must have gotten paid for showing it instead of the other way around.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's like, please show this.
Yeah. Because that was on... That movie was on more than any other Bond movie when I was growing up. And I was just like... I think I remember when I was a kid, I was thinking like, this is a good Bond movie. Man, the yo-yo saw blade thing. And then like saw it and I'm like, no, this is terrible.
Oh.
This is awful.
All right. So you want another email?
Yeah.
Love one.
Give me one.
Hit
That
us.
somebody sent to BMF@BMFcast.com.
Good.
Yeah. He's grabbing for the mic. Leave
Break
the
that
mic alone,
fucking
sir.
microphone over your knee, you son of a bitch.
Whoa.
Wow. All right.
Easy there.
I mean, go on.
Okay. Next one
Son
is
of a
from
bitch.
Ben H, who says, "Bonjour, mi amigos."
Hey.
Como talibou?
Hi, guys.
Buongiorno.
It's been like a year since I've emailed, but I just listened to the Bronx Warriors episode, and I wanted to give BJ my review on Frank, which I loved, but apparently he did not. He sends a link to the letterbox, which I will forward to you, because we don't need to read that. But he says, so if you could send it his way, he may or may not appreciate it. Who knows? Anyway, I'm still a devoted listener, even if I never write you guys anymore. But you fuckers never call, so fair's fair.
Give us your phone number. I'll call you.
Yeah. Don't give us your phone number. By the way, I completed my BMFcast-inspired Bond marathon back in December. Thanks for putting the idea in my head, although I went in for the full 26-film experience, which was not my smartest idea. But with a little bit of creative editing and many, many ridiculous explanations, I was able to watch most of the Moore era with my 3-year-old daughter, who now knows such crucial terms as Scaramanga, Yaphet Kotto, and Duran Duran. Keep on doing what you're doing, till the doing don't do no more. Ben H.
26?
He's talking Casino Royale. And
Never Say Never. What's the last one? There's 23 Bond movies, and those 2 unofficial.
I don't know.
Did you watch like the old whatever
The
thing?
50s one?
Yeah, the one they like made like a TV movie of or something.
Maybe.
Probably.
Jimmy Bond.
Yeah. No, that was
Probably.
Casino Royale. Or
No, he was
the old
Jimmy
one.
Bond in that
was he
TV movie too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello. Jimmy Bond.
Jimmy Bond.
Jimmy Bond here.
I'm the outlaw Jimmy Bond. Donate to Wikipedia.
There it is. But thanks, Ben. I will send that 4.5-star review on to BJ for Frank.
So finally he can
You could
understand.
also tweet it to me.
Yes. Send him a tweet.
Yes.
At Pale Rabbit.
Pale Rabbit.
Pale
Yes.
Rabbit.
All
also
one word.
find me on Grindr. I mean,
Whoa.
Oh,
Gross.
yeah, I already did.
I know.
How do you think that's the true origin story of the BMFcast? Really.
Each week we get a bigger, shocking social media revelation about BJ.
we were all
Each week we swipe right.
we were all
Is that reject or?
swipe right is accept, I believe.
Oh,
Swipe left
good.
is reject.
Okay.
Good job.
Yeah, good.
Way to get a 50-50
We were
right there.
we were
Yeah.
You would
early.
think it'd be up or down.
Left or right?
I mean, phones can go up and down. Like,
I
I mean,
know.
just like up. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because it's.
Oh, actually,
easy
no.
to
You
do
know
with
what?
your
It would
thumb.
be down. Like, hey, towards me.
Yeah.
So that would be the
Yeah,
natural
give me that.
motion.
Pull
Yeah.
you closer.
Give me that. Yeah.
Tiny
Yeah.
dancer.
Yeah.
Grinder, tiny grinder.
Well,
All right.
we solved that.
Yeah, we.
All right,
we
next email's from Sean Walsh. He
Okay.
sent it to BMF
Hi.
at BMFcast.com.
Did he?
That's fantastic.
3 times. Got to say it 3 times.
Beetlejuice.
This one is called Rothrock Sightings.
Hey,
It says,
oh.
Dear BAMFcast, I'm a bit backlogged after getting the flu, but really enjoyed Blaxploitation History Month. I don't know how you managed to get through Willie Dynamite without making a serious for cocaine joke, but you did. I just have a few questions about the star of China O'Brien, Cynthia Rothrock. Before she became the queen of direct-to-video, Rothrock made several movies in Hong Kong for Golden Harvest. Have you guys seen any of them? I only was able to find 2 of them on DVD, Righting Wrongs and Millionaires Express, under the Dragon Dynasty label. But they're stellar examples of over-the-top Hong Kong action, and I recommend seeing them if you get the chance. I was also wondering if you caught Rothrock's performance as Bertha Joe, the toughest woman in Hazard County, in the Dukes of Hazzard reunion TV movie. I can only assume that somebody involved saw China O'Brien and cast her. Finally, did you know that Cynthia Rothrock is still appearing in movies? She's featured in the 2014 film Mercenaries. The CIA gives 4 inmates from a maximum security prison, women's prison, a chance at freedom if they undertake a suicide mission to rescue the president's daughter from a terrorist organization.
Yeah, wasn't that the Expendables that they
Kind of.
reworked?
Kind of the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, though
Came out.
there were multiple ones. It
Like-
says, I haven't seen the movie yet myself, but it's on Netflix and rated 1 star. I'm just putting that
Hey,
out
we're
there.
in.
Thanks, Sean.
Yeah, 'cause
Everybody's
it was
stealing
like
my
it was
mind.
her
Actually, he said,
and-
thanks, Sean.
wasn't it her and like Zoe Bell and
Brigitte
Vivica-
Nielsen.
Yeah,
and Vivica
I heard
Fox.
Brigitte
Daryl
Nielsen
Hannah,
is the best
probably.
one in it.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Man.
But was Mercenaries the Asylum one?
Might have been.
I
Or
don't
was
know.
Expendables?
Well, did
There
that,
was an asylum.
Did they
one.
actually make that, or is that
Yes.
still happening? Okay.
Oh, yeah, it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Cynthia Rothrock's in it.
All right.
Like to see what 60-year-old Cynthia Rothrock is up to.
Yeah, I have no idea. But
I want to say that I thought I remember China O'Brien. At
Was
least
Golden Harvest.
Yeah, what we watched had a Golden Harvest logo on it. So
Yeah, and was not the Undefeatable, but the other one, Hope and Glory. Was that a Golden Harvest?
I think it was.
it might have been, although we did not watch the Golden Harvest version.
Okay.
I had to go back and watch that on YouTube because it was horribly different. Those
Yeah.
are 2 totally different movies.
Huh.
So
Yeah, her stuff's always weird. Like the old stuff is like you don't know which cut of it you're getting, and that's
Well, that's
a frustrating thing about
that's-
all martial
yeah,
arts.
that's those Golden Harvest things that came.
Yeah.
And as we were talking about early, Jackie Chan. Was,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Which some were and some were
which
not
I,
Golden Harvest.
even just started doing a little bit of research and just went cross-eyed, just like, what version of Police Story do I need to watch? Show me the one. Because they're like, oh, the Blu-ray is this lackluster cut. You want the second DVD that came out. And it's like, oh, whatever.
Talk to
Yeah.
me. Talk to me, man.
All right.
I'll hook you up.
All right, sir.
You will find the hidden
Oh,
whatever.
I may already have all the hidden.
Ooh,
Oh.
the hidden whatever.
The Golden Harvest.
Kind of a big Jackie Chan fan.
She has 5 movies in post production right now
oh.
for
She's
2015.
the new
yeah.
Michael
Busy lady.
Pare.
Also, please tell him how old she actually is.
Da, 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 da. She was born in 57. So do some math.
Okay. So he's not too far off.
She's, 55, 56, or something like that. I don't
Still kicking ass.
know. Numbers. Good on her.
All right.
Yeah.
Make movies.
Yeah. I mean,
Whoa, easy. What else we got? What else came into BMF at BMFcast.com?
she's 58. She was born on March 8th. Ah, we just missed her birthday.
Oh,
Shucks.
Happy Rothrock.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I just made a Flintstone joke.
You probably did. All right, Sean sent. We got some time, so we'll read it. Sean sent 2 of them. I was going to save it for next week, but we'll read it. Read it this week.
Okay.
A little
Called-
greedy there, Sean, but whatever.
Yeah. Keep
Did
mailing.
he send an email to
Yeah,
BMF at BMFcast.com?
Send him those emails to BMF at BMFcast.com, Sean. He says, wrestling with a guilty pleasure. Dear BAMFcast, hello again. I just want to ask if you guys had seen the short film on YouTube by Max Landis called Wrestling Isn't Wrestling. If you have, what did you think of it? Anybody?
Nope.
It was the thing that was getting passed around, I think it was last week.
Oh, man.
But I don't care about wrestling, so I didn't watch it.
Okay.
So sorry.
Yeah, I did hear about it, but I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah. So that's what we think of it. We have not watched it.
Yep.
Sorry.
No opinion.
Yeah. It says,
NA.
I never got to see much of show.
We internet hate it because we didn't see
Yeah,
it.
it sucks.
Yep. Meh.
Nah.
Nah. I never got to see much of Sho Kazuki's films in my younger days, but I understand that a lot of the ninja craze in 80s cinema is due to his work. I hope to be able to fit Enter the Ninja and Revenge of the Ninja into the schedule somewhere. I know you're not lacking for movie suggestions, but just wanted to say a few words about one of my favorite guilty pleasure movies, 1974's Watch Out, We're Mad. This Italian action comedy is as dumb as a bag of rocks, but I just love watching it. I won't bother with a plot synopsis because there's barely any. And what's there is simply an excuse for 90 minutes of car chases, motorcycle chases, choral singing, Latin dancing, fist fighting, binge drinking, property damage, and Donald Pleasance devouring the scenery like a biblical plague of termites. I don't know if there's enough substance to make a podcast episode out of it, but if you need a palate cleanser after watching something grim or pretentious, Watch Out, We're Mad will do the job. Thanks, Sean.
Well, where were you after we watched Hardware? Could have come in handy.
It could have.
Just have to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I'm sorry about Hardware.
I like this week's movie, too. There was that tinge of pretentiousness.
A little bit.
Like in the Vision Quest stuff.
Yeah.
But they didn't lean too far into it, and it was over quick. Like,
They remembered it was time to put Zadar back in chainmail and have him go, "Rah!"
God, Zadar and Chainmail, like, holy shit. Because nobody else is committed to anything about it. But
No.
I wonder if Zadar was just like, well, what if I wore the fucking chainmail, man?
They're like, yeah,
Yeah?
whatever you want, dude.
They're like, don't hurt us.
Last week, I was at this Ren fair. I bought the sweet chainmail. Can I put it on?
It
Whatever
looked
you
like
wanna
nice
do.
chainmail.
Yeah, it looked
I
all
wonder
right.
It had a pattern in it.
You may be right. That may be his chainmail.
Could be.
I bet he
Robert,
still has it.
wait.
Robert Zadar's chainmail.
I'm going to look for
Does
it
he
on
have a
eBay.
Twitter? Can we tweet him and say, Robert Zadar,
No.
is that your chainmail?
No.
Yeah, no, we can't tweet any
Yeah,
more
no,
celebrities.
no.
That
Oh,
shit's
no.
dangerous.
No.
That's right.
Please, no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
We're sorry.
We'll
Paul
just
Walker.
research it the old-fashioned way. I'll go to the library.
Yeah.
See if I can find an old article.
Hit up the card catalog.
Yeah, check that Dewey Decimal System.
Exactly. All of the old library things. Talk to a librarian. Excuse me, can you tell me where the Robert
Wait, you
Zadar-
should probably go talk to Conan, the library.
There it is. Not saying another
All
word.
right.
That's-
So,
yep.
BJ, how can they get in touch with us?
They cannot. Because I have to tell them one thing first.
Okay.
Cynthia Rothrock was in a movie called Santa's Summer House in 2012.
That sounds good.
Just thought you ought to know. Her character's name was Nana.
Oh no, no!
We don't want her to be the Nana.
Can't be a Nana.
Dun, 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 dun.
Just
She's not a... No.
any of you guys
No.
that are fans of Christmas movies out there probably shouldn't watch that if you also like her. But anyway, if
Oh,
you're
there's dogs
interested,
in it. Doug's going to watch
Front
it.
and center.
always
Dog in a
dogs.
scarf. I gotta watch this movie.
Chuck will be back later. In the meantime, you can email us at bmf@bmfcast.com. You can check out our website, which is bmfcast.com. There is a rail on the right-hand side that's got a bunch of buttons. That'll get you to all our social information, so like Twitter and Facebook. Also, subscribe and rate in iTunes. Ratings in iTunes really help us out, so we'd really appreciate if you would do that. And finally, give us a call on the Garfield phone, the BMFcast hotline, 910-556-9263. 910-5-JOCKS-BMF. Garfield has been lonely for a week, it seems like. So wake him up. Give him something to do, because cats are lazy shits.
So very true.
Totally.
So let's get out of here, shall we?
We shall.
All right. Well, I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
I'm Chuck.
And this is BMFcast out. See you next time, motherfuckers.
Goodbye.
And if you or anyone that you know represents Cynthia Rothrock, please go on IMDb and give her a picture for her IMDb page.
Yeah, really.
Does she not have
No,
a
there's no
period?
picture
She's
there.
been in 55 movies and has comes up as a blank, gray face on the list of credits.
But she's got pictures in...
Probably,
Yes.
but I think
But
you have
there's
to
no
have
official photo,
You
yeah.
have to somehow submit and say this is the publicity shot that I would like for.
Oh, she's got one
credit.
one official photo. There's so many pictures of Cynthia Rothrock out there.
I'm sure she has a plethora of headshots from various and assorted areas.
Headshots.
Yes.
From times she's kicked people in the head.
Yep.
So yeah, that was a good podcast, I think.
Well, we're glad you approve.
Yeah,
It was all right.
Yeah.
I
think we did okay.
BMFcast made, BJ approved.
Yep.
That's how we get our kicks.
On Route 66.
No, BMFcast.
No, I was referring to
66.
KIX, the cereal.
Oh.
Kid
Kicks.
tested, mother approved.
Kicks
Brought
is
to you
all right.
by Kicks. To the face. BMFcast.
Brought to you by.
All right. Good night, Internet. We're going to shut this down, and
Goodbye.
everyone else is going home, and we're going to look at Chuck's chest as he stands there.
Good night, Internet. I love you.
Welcome to Costco. I love
Internet, our relationship is complicated.
you. No, it's not.
I'll love you like he can't.
You're on Grindr.
Yeah, you don't need
Just swipe down to bring them to you.
Yes.